Hello, we're back at it again with some more Honkai Star Rail. Give me a second to just audio check myself. Who's playing Tales of Symphonia? Oh, Levi Alpha. We will hop on one day, I swear. Anyway. We are back, we are back. What's my audio balance here? Nice. I don't like that writing noise in the background. Something ominous about that. Serene, what are you doing? What are you doing, Serene? Somebody just messaged. Oh. All right. Girl, what are you doing in the bathroom? You know what? I was gonna say, like, where even is the toilet? Is this the toilet? No, that's the trash can. This looks like the washers. It's just a bath and the shower. Would you even take a shit in here? Anyways, let's see what the hell is up.
Oh, what a spacious car! And these floor tiles are gorgeous! Trian, don't run around in other people's homes!
Nerlika.
What's your step, teachers? Ah, great! Look who's finally awake. I hope Cassie and Miss Cypher's little prank didn't scare you too much.
I saw through it right away, so you knew all along, huh? How are they in here?
So enthusiastic. I didn't have the heart to stop them. When we woke up, the entire express was completely empty. Not a single soul in sight. Such a shame. I was looking forward to making new friends, especially since they were Gray's most trusted travel companions.
How did I make it back, yeah?
Did you also wake up from total chaos? I'm afraid none of us here has the answer to that question.
I'm a bit worried about the crew. How are they here? How are they physically in the Astral Express?
We beat Iron Tomb together, right? They must be on their way home. When they arrive, we can throw a party together.
All in our head?
That's exactly the kind of thing Lord Finan has been dreaming about.
He's here?
He was just here chatting with everyone. Now, who knows where he's run off to?
Let me see my most special boy.
Lord Finan's always been quite the restless one. But you're used to that by now, right?
Have another drink, my Demoth. Sure.
Sure.
Those three have been chatting over there for quite a while now. Why don't you go say hi to them, Bree?
The royals, my friends.
Those three have been chatting. Why don't you go say hi?
Okay. I was just checking
A
if she...
moderate system, similar to the Demigod Council, is the only guarantee of a long-lasting civilization. In my view, most civilizations across the cosmos will eventually evolve into this form.
I beg to differ. In such a vast jungle, the dictatorship system exhibited by early Akama is the only example of guaranteed survival.
The system might not be the key. Force and resources are the decisive factors.
They're debating as to what government they're planning to establish after everything's settled.
Look who's here. If it isn't the master of the Astral Express.
Not exactly. It's a tightly run crew, managed by everyone.
It's good to see you.
Glad to see you're safe and sound. I helped myself to some equipment and drinks from this, bar of yours. Hope you don't mind.
What are you talking about? Is Shush here?
We're chatting about some topics that go well with being tipsy. Now that you are here, why don't we let someone who's truly worldly enlighten us?
Looks like you came at just the right time.
I do not mind.
What form of government have most civilizations across this vast cosmos survived with to this day?
Capitalism. I'm not old enough to enjoy talking about this kind of stuff. I'm not well read enough to understand all this stuff. Whatever, it'll all end up under my control anyway. Were we competing with Zeridra?
That's exactly the kind of answer I'd expect from you.
Yeah.
I bestow upon the Astral Express this supreme mission. You must spread the great deeds of Amphoreus to every corner of the cosmos. Thus, capable individuals from countless worlds will surely find inspiration in the Flame Chase's tales and embark on their own grand journeys.
It's hard to say if that'd be a blessing or a curse for the cosmos. I can imagine our conversations here will only get more unrestrained. Don't let our rare moments of joy hold you back.
This banquet on the Express truly lacks manners. You may leave. I permit it.
That man just left. Wouldn't even stay for another drink. He needs to show more respect. If you're looking for him, try your luck in the car above.
Where's all the Astral Express members? Why is it just them? I have a bad feeling about this. Silver Chariot. Kirby and Trian.
I finally caught you, Trian. Running so fast in someone else's home. How rude of you. All according to plan. Trian lured you here on purpose. Look, there are several adorable outfits here. Trian wants you to try them on so Trian can draw you looking all cute. Oh my, you even dare to scheme against yourself? Lucky for me, I came prepared. Time for a surprise attack. The hero of justice, Treenan. Treenan has been lying in wait here for a while. We will make Trian taste her own medicine. Two against one? That's not fair! Little Gray, you came just in time. Help me out here.
Stand tightly by.
Trian, good luck.
Even little Gray's saying that. Darn it! Trian won't give in! Trian ran away. Trinin will fulfill the ambush duty. The Trevios is all laughing and playing around together. That must be quite the rare sight in Little Gray's memories, huh?
But now everyone will be alright. Is this all happening in our head? I swear to God if it is.
Everyone will be alright. Look, every hero has put down their burden and returned to their innocent, childlike selves. After all, just thinking about how warm and bright Little Gray's tomorrow will be fills us with genuine joy and lets us breathe a sigh of relief.
Wait, what's stopping the Trevioses from going back and becoming Trevios? Might just be because Honkai Star Rail developers are lazy.
So, today, why don't you let Trevi enjoy some rare moments of childhood too? Wait up! Trian, don't you dare run away!
If they were to make a big Trevios alt, it's gonna be a new character. A new playable character that they will try to sell to you. That's how it is with these gacho games.
Based on my calculations, there are countless celestial bodies with water in the cosmos. But I'm afraid not all oceans are suitable for life to inhabit. You must take this into consideration as well.
As expected of a professor from the Grove, to be so certain even about things you've never seen with your own eyes.
I'll take that as a compliment. By the way,
We're fine.
I
We're
heard
fine
that
on.
the Imperator's Flame Chase army like to hold feasts at the Luminary Throne.
That's true. However, sometimes Dux Carminum and I feel it's a bit inappropriate to drink so freely before the throne of the most revered titan in the Grove.
Inappropriate? What's inappropriate about it? I only wish I were born earlier. I would have partied like that from the month of Gate all the way to the month of Fortune.
Now this one's a heavyweight blasphemer.
Blasphemy is just a phenomenon, not the end goal. I'm sure there are plenty of people across the stars who question these so-called eons or paths. Didn't I spend some time in that Lycurgus's head? I sure learned quite a bit about blasphemy from that experience. Humans create gods, and gods shape humans. Who's really the one trapped? The creator or the believer?
Professor Anaxagoras, let me just check one thing. You haven't bought into those twisted theories of that Theoros, have you?
Don't worry. The difference between a genius and a madman is that a genius shares lethal truths, while a madman tries to force them upon others.
That one's pretty quotable.
I see. It's like drinking honey brew at a banquet. Likable folks invite others to raise their cups together, while the unlikable ones force others to drink with them.
Being able to break down complex information into common sense like that. You're quite the scholar yourself.
Ah! The wifey.
You're here, partner.
Oh!
That celebration party I've been mentioning to you has finally become a reality. Though the vibe's a bit different from what I imagined, this still counts as keeping my promise, right?
I thought you had all faded away. The folks haven't merged with Iron Tomb.
What you speak of has indeed already come to pass. We triumphed over Iron Tomb, drew its fire unto ourselves, and purified its embers. Now the force that maintains our consciousness and form comes from elsewhere.
Yep, remembrance. So Cyrene is the one that's keeping them in form. Just like what she pulled at the end of, like, when she resurrected everything, when she resurrected everybody. Through the power of remembrance.
Worried about your companions on the Express, huh?
Nodders.
I understand how you're feeling right now. Don't worry. They'll be safe and sound. She promised.
Cyrene, where's she?
Don't worry, she always shows up at just the right moment. The Astral Express. Honestly, it really feels like home. I can imagine how much you, Dun Hung, and Miss March must have missed everything here when you were trapped in Amphoreus. The beautiful windows, the soothing music, your fellow travelers on the Express. Like how golden wheat stalks sway in my dreams every night through the countless cycles.
Let's go on a journey together, partner.
Among all these stars in the sky, there must be another little village like Ides Elysiae out there, right? I think I've found my own wish, partner.
Oh, what is it?
Someone once told me that home is where you can be truly free.
This is like a moment where, this is like a moment of confession here.
Maybe. Roaming the cosmos with you all is my strongest desire right now. All of us together, of course.
Get him on the Express.
The Shinjo Alliance, Penacony. I blame my poor imagination. I can't picture what those worlds look like at all from Dun Hung's descriptions. So I have to see it with my own eyes, right?
That's a promise, partner.
Ah, you're finally here. She has something to ask you. Well then, I'll leave you two to chat.
Thank you, Finan.
No, stay. He's just looking at the wall.
You must be bursting with energy now, right, friend? Sorry about that. Since it's our first time visiting the Express, I was hoping everyone would behave. But it turns out everyone's quite the character, aren't they? You know what I mean, right?
Is all this real?
How about we take a look back at everything that's happened so far? Together, we triumphed over Iron Tomb. It tried to transform into trillions of viral clusters to infect the cosmos. But the heroes threw themselves into the golden flames, becoming arrows that purified the destruction. The fall of Iron Tomb also symbolizes the demise of Scepter Delta ME-13. Amphoreus, the home we sacrificed everything for, now exists only in the memories of the cosmos.
So this is just an illusion?
So, this isn't real. Just a dream. An illusion.
Explains the writing noise in the background.
Oops. Wrong answer.
Oh. Winkers. $100 million wink.
Huh? In that instant when you broke through space-time with the Trailblaze, carrying all the world's memories back to reality, that world, once shackled by data, became a seed waiting to sprout in the cosmos.
Did we really manage all that?
Just kind of crazy that Trailblaze has the also has the power of creation, or is it only possible that by combining the powers of Trailblaze and Remembrance, it can create the power of creation as well? Equivalent to the power of creation? Doesn't that basically make like just Trailblazer a god at this point?
Just as Kaslana's rage of 30 million cycles made the destruction shed a drop of golden blood. Perhaps we too have already left long trails on our respective paths.
You have become true life forms.
That's a bit of an exaggeration. None of us can become true life forms yet. At least, for now. But Amphoreus already has a tomorrow. So as long as you carefully preserve and tend to all the seeds, then when the Trailblaze creates another miracle someday in the future,
hopefully sometime soon,
I believe this world we deeply love will sprout and bloom into a beautiful flower.
Here we go again, Cyrene and her flowers.
Don't worry. I've already kept all the seeds safe in the first fruit for you. And its name is As I've Written. So, it's time to reveal the correct answer. This isn't a dream, nor a fantasy. It's the epilogue of As I've Written. At the end of the story, the characters take their final bow and embark on a journey of no return. The one who wasn't part of the story, yet helped write its romantic ending. She bid farewell to her friends and returned to her home beyond the tale. Promise me one last thing, friend. When we say goodbye, give me a smile, okay?
What do you mean? I promise you. Kiss emoji.
I will, Cyrene. Every star that the Trailblaze passes by will remember the name of Amphoreus.
Hey, it's not fair that you get to be the only cool one here.
Why are they here? Get out of my head.
We'll keep an eye on her. She had better keep her promise.
Leave it to us, Cyrene. Your story will be sung across many worlds.
Stories this complex and twisted are always hard to believe. If anyone questions the truth of this tale, you'll all have to stand up for us.
Rest assured, even the most stubborn person can't withstand our six fists.
You're so reliable, March. Shh. Listen.
There's a book here?
Its composition is similar to Memoria, but it's far more resilient than ordinary memory bubbles.
Keep it safe. Perhaps this is the final gift that Amphoreus left for the cosmos.
Oh no! Passenger March is sleepwalking. Sleepwalking? Oh no, oh no! I don't want to make a fool of myself in front of everyone!
You stay here while I go check things out.
Huh, dream on!
March, Dunhung, my friend, in the countless days and nights ahead, you must continue to support each other. Time to head home, everyone.
Bid farewell? No, I don't wanna.
Don't worry. The difference between a genie...
I see.
That's what they said. Fine, don't leave me.
The Astral Express. Honestly, it really feels like home.
I didn't even roll for Finon is the thing. I kind of feel bad because, like, if you roll for Finon, it's a whole different group that you need, whole different characters that you need to roll for. I was like, my Casterus and my Hyacinth was already established, so I only had to roll for like Casterus and I only had to roll for Evernight and Cyrene, so it was kind of just like set in stone as to what I had to roll for. Maybe on Finon's rerun, if I don't fuck with Elation in 4.0, I'll roll for Finon. And then maybe by then...
Misplace means as I've written.
There might even be like some characters that have been characters in Finon's comp that gets power creeped or something. But yeah, next time.
No one will have the chance to revise it, and no one can continue writing it.
Oh.
Don't leave any regrets.
What
No.
magnificent words could possibly do justice to the finale of such an epic tale? I've been pondering this while you were sleeping. Now, I finally have the answer. Let's keep it simple and sweet. In our virtual
Appreciate the flashbang.
extrapolations, we've lived through epochs longer than the lifespans of many stars. No language in this world, no written words, could ever carry the weight of this journey. In that case, let's not be bound by the minutiae of words. Those who understand its passion and romance will naturally be moved to tears by the final period placed at the end. And now, it's time to say goodbye to our readers. And so we reach the final page of As I've Written.
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Let's not leave behind any regrets, everyone.
Everyone's here. Who wants to write the first line?
Tribios? She's not even here. Where is she? Oh, she's right in the front. Almost didn't recognize her. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get that Tribios. Full form Tribios one day. That's almost a certainty.
Going first is the hardest job. I don't want to make a fool of myself.
How about letting the great Imperator draft it for us?
Are you all such cowards? Then I shall enlighten future generations, just like the 30 million cycles of flame chase. Without me, there is no world. Go think, observe, and conquer. What's wrong? Everyone's gone quiet.
The great Imperator set the bar way too high. How are we supposed to follow that up?
Where the Emperor leads, loyal subjects must follow. I guess only the Dux Gladiorum could possibly match that kind of overwhelming presence.
Me?
That suits me just fine. Once the deed is done, one should leave decisively, letting posterity judge right from wrong. Until we meet again in our next conquest, my dear dukes.
The stars shall sing of the Imperator's great journey.
I should have shared a drink with you all, Dux Goldweaver.
Loosen up, High Ceilings.
Life is like the ocean. Tides rise and fall, and everything eventually dissolves into the waves.
The waves, you say?
So, sing your heart out in every moment of your existence. Whether it's a feast or the nihility that awaits ahead, I will find its radiance and sing its praises.
Oh, I see how this works. Who are all the Remembrance characters right now? Casterus, Hyacinth, wait, Triby's... What is Triby? Is she Harmony? Triby's Harmony. I wouldn't know. I don't have her. Yeah, she's a Harmony. Huh.
May the next feast be eternal.
Miss Hyacinth's toast is so poetic.
Does everyone have to be so poetic? In my opinion, we should leave some real words of wisdom for future generations.
Yeah, Naxa, tell Cyrene.
Next up. Any volunteers?
I'll do it. There's no dragging one's feet in the Kremnoan language.
Does the Kremnoan language even...
Haikith, don't interrupt. Kill the play, and games shall be born. Kill the strife, and glory shall descend.
Not bad at all. But now I can rest easy. After all, the lines I prepared are way more profound than yours.
Ha! If nothing else, you're certainly unmatched when it comes to singing your own praise. Farewell, everyone. If we meet again, I shall once more become your steadfast support. That's a promise I won't back down from.
Mighty-Mos, become king.
What's up, Cass?
It's nothing, Lady Trebios. I just finally realized
She was fujoing out.
Then speak your mind, and let your words be immortalized on the page, Cass.
If your heart still has room to spare, share a bit of gentleness and softly cherish all the beautiful things around you.
That's so beautifully said, Cassie.
Thank you, Miss Hyacinth. My only small regret is that I couldn't fully embrace this world I loved so dearly. I hope those who read these words can fulfill this wish in my place. Everyone, let's meet again at the end of the West Wind.
The place you reside is the gentle sea of flowers.
Don't leave me!
It's my turn.
Take it away with your performance, Anaxagoras. This time, you won't have to worry about being interrupted.
Then I must thank you all for being such a captive audience. Now, with this golden opportunity, I shall reveal to the world my insights into the world's ultimate truth. Truth is a solvent that dissolves all things in the world, and thus cannot objectively exist. I have a brilliant proof for this in mind, but since we're nearing the end of the story, I shall not elaborate.
This a bastard.
Is this your final question for future generations?
No. This is an established fact, not up for debate. I call it Anaxagoras' last theorem.
Oh, you. Still as profound as ever, Professor. We've got time, you know. If you don't explain it clearly, future readers might not grasp your true meaning.
Wait, they used Hyacinth's full government name.
The true meaning isn't important. What matters is the emotion that stirs within them when they read these words. At that moment, the theorem's mission would be complete. So, your lessons are far from over. But taking a little break for now wouldn't hurt. Then... class dismissed.
The seeds you've sown are already sprouting.
Would you mind if I write the next line?
Huh? I actually thought you should be the one doing the final wrap-up. But
We'd never turn down a request from you, Aggie.
Teacher, Cyphera, thank you both. Trust and selflessness are the two most beautiful garments in the world. One to gift others, one to adorn yourself.
One's golden and one's purple?
Not being able to completely change your fashion sense is my only regret across 30 million cycles. After all this exhaustion, I just want to take a peaceful bath now. I'll see you all again at dawn.
thank you for your hard work all this while.
Lady Aglaya just can't give up her favorite hobby, can she?
Finan was trolling her in on her final moments.
So, I guess it's my turn now.
There must be many others like Miss Hyacinth out there in the cosmos, helping and healing people everywhere. You've got to set a good example for them, right?
Of course. Look up at the sky more often and smile more. Many stubborn ailments fear optimism, but it's the best medicine.
It's so catchy. The kids will definitely love this message.
When it comes to understanding children's hearts, Lady Trebios definitely knows best.
Kirby's voice actor is really good, because that's like, what, 4 different characters that they have to voice act?
Look, the Rainbow Bridge is already hanging in the sky. Shall we get going, little Ika?
It's you who healed the sky.
The Proi girl.
What's on your mind, Miss Cypher?
I'm thinking. Should I leave behind a riddle? Some twisted, convoluted scheme that'll drive everyone in the universe mad trying to crack it.
I see. You know what? Just go wild with it. No one's gonna judge you.
Oh well, my brain's not working right now. Let me be genuinely sincere for once. Don't be afraid to fall. Just run. Destiny's just a slow-moving nymph. It can't catch you.
So in the end, little Cyphy's message was the most straightforward one.
Even if you combined 30 million of me, I probably wouldn't have read as many books as you did in one lifetime. I won't pretend to be cultured before Big Sis Treeby, Trinan, and Trian. Amphoreus' greatest trickery. Gotta bounce now. Meow!
I think that's the only time she's ever meowed this entire... Cypher, the secret MVP.
Homeward you come, distant wind.
It's just us now, Snowy.
Yeah, teacher. But maybe I should...
No, let me go first. After all shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will.
I never would have guessed you had such a dark sense of humor, teacher.
Oh, right. That's evil to say at a time like this. No, it's her.
You still know so little about the complete Trebios, Snowy.
Oh, we're getting full Tribios one day. Oh, this is what I've been waiting for.
Jokes aside, I want to leave these words at the end of the story. Whether it's a sunny day
or a rainy day. Remember to tell yourself before you drift off to sleep. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Salute emoji.
See you tomorrow. Times 1,000.
Prophecy received. Times 1,000.
From now on, no more goodbyes.
Finally. The time has come to say farewell. I'm grateful that you could be here to witness this moment, partner.
Can we have another journey together, partner?
Of course. As long as I've written stays by your side, Amphoreus will always be with you. The last line I want to write down.
Yeah, like, if they're just like entities of the remembrance, we could literally just summon them to beat the shit out of like whoever. Go my tulpa.
A hero is living in everyone's heart. Embrace it and chase after the sun. I hope those who read this will find the courage to face their burning lives. See you at the next pale dawn, partner.
Don't leave me.
Did you see? Amphoreus has ushered in the dawn.
The characters in the book have taken their final bow. It's time for us to return to our own reality.
But as people who lived through it, we can still add the final touches to this story, right?
Of course. The pen will eventually break, the ink will run dry, and life will ultimately fade. But thoughts will permanently remain in sagas.
If time is an endless cycle, then forget the bitterness that keeps repeating, and remember only the moments of happiness.
That's a good one from the both of our friends here.
Let's walk towards tomorrow together. We were never apart.
Time to head home.
Don't miss the crew meeting. We won't wait around for you, you know?
See you later, Donhung, March. And with this, as I've written, officially comes to an end.
Aren't you going to say something?
We're its co-authors, after all.
Oh, true.
Once the words are written down and have been read by others, the meaning they carry is no longer in our control, leaving the freedom of interpretation to every reader who opens it. Don't you think there's something romantic about that? As for what this story means to you and me, let's keep it close to our hearts. After all, we've always had this unspoken understanding between us.
Whoa! Passenger March! Why did you suddenly wake up? You scared me so much that I dropped that book!
Welcome home, you three. Thank you for your hard work on this trailblaze.
What do you mean? We're not done yet.
I need to reshuffle the seniority rankings of the Express crew if we count the years you spent in Amphoreus.
Hey, I was the first one to get dragged into it. Does that mean I'm gonna be the oldest member of the Astral Express now?
Miss March hasn't lost her innocent nature even after all these long years.
In other words, she hasn't really grown up at all.
Hey, this is the first time I've been able to examine as I've written up close.
Miss Irene's handwriting is gentle, yet steely, with an underlying strength.
I had no idea it was so sophisticated. Looks like I need to brush up on my knowledge in this area.
Maybe start with a few basic books first to get your feet wet.
Look who's talking. As if you're not glued to your phone in your room all day. Huh? Wait, something fell out.
It's...
Is that a bookmark?
In a corner, unknown to everyone. There was actually an untold interlude that took place. I left it out of the story because it involved a choice. A choice I made for my own selfish reasons. Can you forgive me, friend? I made a decision on my own. While you were away, I wrote everything about it on this little card. If you can find it in your heart to forgive me after reading it, please. Add this final note to the conclusion of as I've written.
Oh, she wants... Moments after the fall of Iron 2. She wants... Trailblazer to write her own conclusion or something? Is that why she's doing that?
Memories swallowed by Iron Tomb. Return now to reality. And don't lose your way.
Bro, we as in the beaches?
Demiurge.
We as in the beaches in Death Stranding.
We won the battle. Thank you, Madame Herta. Without you, we never would have stood a chance.
2 divas.
Still, is something weighing on you?
Right before I shut my eyes, inside the droid head's brain, I saw something unsettling. The 4th instant, this turning point in cosmic destiny, anchored by the erudition. It's not a single instant, but a process, a chain of events.
So, this victory isn't the final piece of that chain?
CM told you we're not done with Amphoreus yet. I should change the title since this is not the ending for Amphoreus at all.
Far from it. This is only the beginning.
Feh.
The first toll of the death knell for the cosmos.
Huh?
That sorrowful look doesn't suit you, Madame Herta. Don't hold it in. Tell me.
I have played enough Outer Wilds that I think I already know how the entirety of Honkai Star Rail is gonna end.
Not long ago, you crossed paths with the Eon of Remembrance again, didn't you?
Yes. Even if the figure was hazy, I knew right away. That was the god from Cyrene's dreams.
Causality has gone wrong, just as I thought.
Causality?
Let me put it in your favorite fairy tale terms. The universe began as a seed. It grew into a great tree. And the present is its branches and leaves.
Is that the imaginary 3 theory?
The erudition calculates how the future will sprout. With so many possible outcomes, they choose to anchor one path, cutting away the crooked or fragile branches. But if things continue that way, the branches grow endlessly, the leaves multiply, and one day the tree collapses under its own weight. That is why there is a concept in biology called lignification. Soft sprigs form a hardened shell and fuse with the trunk. For the universe, that process is what we call memory. Under Fooley's record-keeping, the past becomes memory. In the corners, they forget. Even the events of the present become fruit without roots.
So it is the opposite of the erudition. One calculates what is to come, and the other holds on to what came before.
We were never meant to have to speak of this. But now, I finally understand what that chaotic matter around Amphoreus truly is. It is your memory. Your mind now stretches across the stars, allowing you to travel farther down this path than anyone else.
Oh.
My memory?
Yes, you live in the now, but your memory remains in the past. Just like the Eon of Remembrance, a being made entirely of memories.
What does that mean?
Oh my god, she's the eye of the universe.
Did they fall?
No, quite the opposite. They have not yet been born. Remember, to carry out the mission of remembering the universe, they must ascend to divinity only at the very end of time. And at that moment of ascension, their memory stretches through the past, becoming what people now call Fuli. That is why they feel so distant, so cold. That crystalline form is just an empty shell. I do not know how the Garden of Recollection managed to hide this until now. They must have their reasons, but none of that matters now. Here in the present, we cannot know who will become Fuli. But one thing is certain. They will be born. And those who might become Fuli all share the same characteristics. They are known as Children of Remembrance. Pure child of Anasrava.
Both of you. Children of Remembrance.
So help us. Find where Amphoreus' memory began, and bring it out.
We are the sacrifice. The garden used us. The pure child of Anasrava. Abandon us!
So that name, it was never my past. It was my future.
Or maybe it is the present. Noose has revealed to me two paths. And on both paths, I see you standing. The first, follow the trail of memory you have forged. Break free from this world and reach for the stars. That would mean Amphoreus' causality will no longer concern you, at least not the person you are now.
Go on.
The second, you come to a stop and fade, offering yourself to become the memory that carries through Amphoreus. Perhaps this is the choice every pure child of Anasrava must face.
That choice means I'll remain in the past forever.
And more than that, it means you will close off Amphoreus' causality. This world is sealed. The effect that the remembrance brings to it will all converge on one thing. That one thing is you. No more eons will interfere with this part of history. No more blank spaces in causality. The present will be set in stone and become indestructible. There are two paths, and only one leads to the right end. Droidhead didn't tell me the answer. But I can guess what might happen if you choose wrong. With causality incomplete, there is a chance Iron Tomb could rise again.
So even the gods of the cosmos are unreasonable.
If you want my advice, stop thinking so much. Ask yourself what your heart truly wants. Choose the first path, and you might survive as a memo sprite. You may even walk beside them for a while. Even I can tell how much they mean to you.
No!
Especially the little one.
I said she could... She's the... I did say she's like the one who's the most likeliest to join the Astral Express, but She needs to close off the causality of Amphoreus so that everybody else can live on.
But if you take the second one, then you may have already lost the chance to say goodbye.
May? So you're telling me there's a chance?
I have made my decision, Madame Herta.
I thought you would need more time to think it through.
The answer is clear, is it not? Still, I do need a little time to quiet the sorrow in my heart. Her kindness is always just right for the moment. I believe she will forgive me.
I will say no more. I would rather not break the mood. But may I ask you one last thing?
Of course.
Why?
Love. And romance.
I once heard a saying that went something like this. Divinity is flawless humanity, and humanity is flawed divinity. We children of Amphoreus gave up on gods long ago. Those beings who love to play pranks on the universe. I believe in her much more than I believe in them. And I believe in who I am. As a human.
Oh.
Gagged Herta? Somehow imagine.
That really is a comforting answer.
See, what's really cool about... Man, Herta's such...
The one wish I still have trouble letting go of.
Herta might actually be the MVP. Of course, Irene. A lot of MVP.
One will remain in the past. One will walk toward the future. I believe that the one I cared for most will witness on behalf of the ripples of past reverie. Every starlit tomorrow. Moving backwards through remembrance. What a curious feeling. Is this the moment Iron Tomb declares victory and casts the destruction upon the stars? So back then, in the path space, it was I who found me. The god's whispers were nothing more than a girl talking to herself. Now that I remember, what I heard back then was...
She was fully... I mean, she is fully. She's a shard of fully.
All I wanted to say was, don't give up. She will find you. Memory truly is amazing.
She was fully, okay.
Then let me wield this power and plant the seed of causality for the miracle that is destined to bloom.
create an eternal page. Yeah, just like how Fully is born at the end of the universe.
Even so, must we walk all the way to the very beginning of memory? It's such a long road. A bit lonely to walk alone.
Then, would it be alright if I came with you?
As long as it's Peach, even 30 million wouldn't be too many.
One is enough. Take a deep breath, and then we can set off, alright? Follow the ripples of remembrance into the past. Reconnect every moment in which the gods made themselves known.
Clearly, cause leads to effect. But now, the future gives new meaning to the past. Effect flows backward and nourishes cause.
Maybe that is what makes memory so beautiful. So, let us return the way we came. Look back at every ripple that formed. Go back home.
If you find any treasures, please share them with me.
Huh?
No! How is this possible? Breathe! Breathe!
Hey, this is 3.0.
Partner!
Oh man, Downhung was really distraught.
No. I have to get you out of here first! Just hold on!
Damn, he was really going through it. Downhung, big love.
That pale dawn breaking through the endless night. The spear of strife nearly claimed her life. And it was you. You, playing God, who cradled her body with your gentle gaze. Then, before Ornyx's altar.
Such a splendid memory. Skyfather, are you watching?
Even the Titan of Time mistook you for someone else.
I never imagined there was a hidden truth behind our first meeting. The first time was also the last time I saw you, friend.
Let the ripples of causality spread. Look back to the moment we first met.
Ma'am. That melody from the memory. I've got it now. And so, the miracle was able to slip away from death temporarily.
I'll leave her to the casteress of the past. She will keep her here, in the world of the living.
Darn it! What are these things? You're not taking me down. Not before I find a way to help her and Dunhung. If you've got a bone to pick, take it up with my six-phased ice.
March wandered all across Amphoreus for 97 days straight, chasing one goal: to save her friends. And with her bow and arrows, she brought down every obstacle that stood in her way.
With a 1.0 build, by the way.
So that's how it happened. My skill with the bow. I owe it all to March.
Let the ripples of causality spread. Remember the bow and arrows. Ding, ding, ding.
What a sweet note. I I've got it now. And so, in a memory from the past, you inherited March's mastery of the bow. And that arrow bearing golden flames will streak across the stars in the
He kind of did like a Yuji Tadori,
glimmer
where he just like soul jacked everybody to learn their abilities or something, borrow their abilities, or better learn
Are you okay?
certain curse techniques at the end of Jujutsu Kaisen.
3 paths interweave and fetter Amphoreus, co-authoring the fate of the world. Ordinary pathstriders aren't known to leave traces in the mirror, so if what you said is true, then this isolated star system must be home to at least 3 beings comparable to emanators.
I would even go as far as to say, eons themselves.
To gain the favor of the stars for Amphoreus, the Remembrance sent a call for help to the cosmos. But the obstruction from the scepter was far too strong. Even the gods could do nothing more than send a fleeting mimetic being to someone who walked the same path.
Thankfully, Miss Black Swan caught that fleeting moment.
Let the ripples of causality spread, light up the garden of recollection's mirror. Oh! See, I knew it. I knew it.
That signal drew some unpleasant attention as well.
Looking back now, it was all worth it.
Damn, that's pretty cool, I think. They're going through the past and leaving little, like... How do you explain this? It's like a time paradox. Cyrene is the reason why we're at Amphoreus in the first place, by sending that signal to Black Swan from the future and into the past. She sent a signal from the future and into the past.
The cosmos showed us a kinder face.
Thankfully, she has a different understanding of the Remembrance. Miss Evernight once said that the Remembrance wasn't looking after Amphoreus, but rather scheming and preparing to devour the paths. Her deduction was perfectly logical, but she failed to account for what the humans in this story could achieve.
Maybe I have a scheme of my own. A scheme that will bring happiness to everyone. Please keep helping them. And the others in the future too, Miss Black Swan.
Oh, Black Swan gonna join the Astral Express? No, why not?
On the past really does wear down the mind.
And wears out the body too. You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new story. I believe that in that story, or in countless stories, each alike yet unique, everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
If we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground. Until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Amphoreus' fate.
In the blink of an eye, we have returned to the turning point of fate. With nothing but a fragile sliver of hope, we embraced 30 million cycles of futility and began the eternal recurrence. I still remember the first time I saw the god appear in a dream, looking at me from behind a thin veil of crystal. Back then, I wondered if they might be someone with ill intent. But now, I finally understand. She was always standing beside me. And she is so very beautiful.
Let the ripples of causality spread, weave the dream of a god.
Causality really is a force that cannot be stopped. Even if I wanted to leave a few more words for Cyrene, it seems I no longer can. After all, you still have to leave behind your final consciousness and plant the very first seed. I remember what you once said.
She's growing tired.
When a god sheds a tear, the thing reflected in the ripples must be the most beautiful thing in the world. But do you know what Amphoreus saw when its heart was born? The first thing it saw was a name.
Parsing object information 093 Philia.
0, 9, 3.
Cyrene.
Looks like you figured it out. Sometimes, all it takes is a change in perspective to reveal something truly unexpected. Don't you agree? That's right. Turn these numbers upside down, and you'll see a beautiful eternity.
Wait, what?
Something we believe in. The ego.
Oh? Whatever that means, I never played Honkai. Impact the Third.
Looks like time's running out.
I'm sure it means something.
Everyone in the village. But can I really do that with the strength I have?
I shouldn't think too much. Better finish the farm work Dad left me first.
The hero within has been by our side since we were little. Finan has always been strong. But without that faint glimmer of hope lingering in his mind, would the weight of fate and endless recurrence finally break him? If only someone could place even a sliver of hope inside his heart, he would hold on and keep going. Yes, just a single spark. And he would guard that fragile light until it turned into a blazing sun. I no longer have the strength to make the hero within look like her. So, let me leave behind a prophecy for him.
Let the ripples of causality spread, proclaim a pale dawn.
Take this wish with you. Be the hero who begins the mission of deliverance. As prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. Continue onward, bearing this world upon your shoulders until the ashen hero, the nameless deliverer, ushers in the dawn.
Every time that stupid ass fucking hat.
Now, your eyes have seen through all of Amphoreus, from the end back to the beginning.
Yeah, she was getting tired there.
Looks like time's running out. The first ripple was where it all began for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought they were just musical notes scattered aimlessly throughout memory. But they had already become part of this world. No matter how Amphoreus came to be, right now it feels so gentle. As I return to where I came from, it wants to play for me once more that melody from when we first met. A simple but beautiful melody. Behind this door, I can smell it. The scent of wheat fields. You're clever. I bet you figured it out long ago, didn't you? The end of this journey back, the final gap in Amphoreus. It leads to the place we both call home. We can finally go home. Are you ready? If you leave memory at the very beginning of the story and cast the first stone.
Yeah, it's not over yet. Is Alicia going back to Honkai 3rd? No. How the fuck do you explain this? Here. You might see it.
The final gap in Amphoreus will close. The causal loop of Amphoreus will become a fixed point in the stars. And if I don't do that, then this world and the cosmos beyond the sky might still fall into the destruction. There's no way we would let something like that happen.
From Finon's infinite torture, 33 million cycle torture chamber, it turned into Cyrene's infinite torture chamber.
Exactly. I remember that tree in Ide Siliciae. It grew all alone, unable to go anywhere. It watched the sea in silence, dreaming of a faraway shore it could never reach. But now, a tiny boat sets sail. It carries a seed of hope, plucked from the tree, and heads into the great beyond. Even if the boat's shadow fades quickly from sight, the tree knows that its wish will bloom on the other side of the sea. In that moment, it must feel happiness, right?
Even though she's about to enter an infinite cycle of... Even though she's about to go into infinity... She's about to go into the infinity torture chamber. She looks so beautiful.
The way you brought it up. Now I kind of miss that tree too. Come on. Let's go home together. Take it with us. Back to the sacrament courtyard.
She's about to be tortured for eternity, but my god, she's beautiful.
Let it become remembrance's anchor, tying together the times we knew so well. Let's go home. Together.
Let the ripples of causality spread, return to the girl's homeland. Reminds me of one Hatsune Miku song.
That final note. Right. It's been with me all this time. This is Do. It is also the first note. The one from the first time we met. And the one that stayed to the very end. Heidi Silicii.
Britain.
The place where it all began. It's like time itself has stopped. And the breeze and the sound of the waves never seem to rest.
The waves, you say?
We've made it. The sacrament courtyard. This is the place where we first picked up the ceremonial blade. And where we first began writing journals. Now, the journey through memory has reached its end. Once the anchor is placed,
Your watch has ended.
what awaits us is 30 million lifetimes of reunion. Looping again and again. Endless farewells. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
She comforting her?
And with them, endless encounters. Ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Such a happy scale. Whether it's for Cyrene, the Deliverer, or every sprouting branch of Amphoreus, I leave this tale of love here. May the river of time flow backward, bringing scenes of the future before our gaze. In the eternal land that no one remembers. The legend of the Trailblaze is about to begin.
Let the ripples of causality spread, narrating the prophecy of Flame Chase.
Is it all over now?
That's one cycle.
And my memories. It seems they're beginning to fade. The breeze is warm, but my body is shivering for some reason. If you're feeling cold, let's find somewhere warm. We can rest there, together. Somewhere warm. I know just the spot.
Okay, you know what? It might be a
405 504 093
Wait, that's everybody's numbers.
365 432
That's everybody's numbers.
252 496 720 618
Yeah, that's a Chrysos Air's numbers.
600 216 945.
I don't remember which one is which, but those are their numbers.
Treehouse. Suridra. March 7th. Danhone. Electra. Cynthia, Caslana, Anaxagoras, Aglaya, Midemos, Castorus, Cyphera,
I just realized they have the different, like, eye colors.
Cyrene, and you. Look, everything is already as we've written.
And so the flower fades at the journey's end, only to take root again at the journey's beginning. It leaves love as yesterday's conclusion. When people see that ending of love, they set out on the flame chase journey, and those who chase the flame in turn, let the flower bloom anew tomorrow. Causality comes full circle in this line, or more poetically, the pen is laid to rest. Within the light cone, all is faded. You ask fate, what is divinity? And she says, look how beautiful you are.
I am the gaze that looks back on the world. How fortunate we are. In this cycle of cause and effect, humanity never looks to the gods for guidance. The ones who pick up the pen and write miracles again and again are always ourselves.
Hello Flash, how's it going? Hello Sir Flash. Konbanwa mina slimes.
Am I still awake?
I'm also doing good.
Peach, where are you? Are you still here?
Them gods complaining again about us Yumis. Other way around.
I shrank. So that's how it works. When memory drifts away with the breeze, love leaves behind a seed and turns into lament. Demiurge, Cyrene, Mem. Back again to the first, Philia 093.
Wait, so Cyrene's always just been Cyrene? I mean, what? Some kind of like paradox? Wait, that's kind of cool. Usually in stories, paradox is a resultant, is a consequence? How do you explain this? But in this case, the paradox is a solution? Like, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
I always do have my charm.
So Cyrene has always been the demiurge, and the demiurge has always been Cyrene. Kind of like a time paradox, infinite loop. Welcome to Samsara.
The final ripple nourished the great tree. And from it grew a single pink peach.
We've been playing for so long, and you still haven't told me your name! I've told you so many times already. You're just forgetful. My name is Livia. Livia. If you forget again, I won't tell you next time.
Livia. Got it. Then you have to remember mine, too. I'm...
Piso. I always remember.
So, Cyrene was just a pen name after all. So sleepy. That drowsy little fairy barged into my mind again. The last of my memories are slipping away. I wonder what this world will look like when I wake up again. I remember a cry and my name, daughter of Mighty Celestii. Shh. Never mind.
You're fucking trolling me? You're trolling me?
The same seed, when planted in different soils, blooms into flowers that are alike, yet never the same. But what truly makes her beautiful is each and every soul in the world.
Huh? So Cyrene is demiurge, but also not the same.
No matter what form liking takes, it is still precious love, and I will accept it gratefully and return it with joy. Do you remember my favorite story? That crystal flower was so beautiful because it reflected the eyes of the little fairy.
Oh no, not the fucking story about the crystal flower again. Stop it!
The stars across the cosmos will know. I am the fairy who wrote, as I've written, together with you.
It's alright, all is forgiven. No matter. Cyrene's yap session. All is forgiven because she's beautiful. That's all that matters.
And in your heart, I know I will always be given the name I love most. The one you gave me. After all, we've always been in sync.
Hey, don't rush!
Slow down. Let the words settle. We have plenty of time.
In Amphoreus's month of mourning, all conflicts across the land come to rest. On the 11th day and night of the month of mourning,
what's happening?
The dead will part, the living will embrace, the snow will fall, and bonfires will rise to warm every heart aching with lament.
Oh my god, this game does not end. Wait, this music though. That's a Trails track right there.
It may sound heavy, right? But on this day, laughter always rises louder than tears. Because people understand that parting is for the next reunion, And sorrow is so we may love
It's so good.
deeply. That is why this day is her favorite of the year. Under the same sky, across 8 phases of the moon, 13 heroes composed an epic together. 1 plus 8 plus 13 equals 2 11s.
Would it feel more fitting if the rest were written in Miss Cyrene's voice?
Oh, we're writing the epilogue for her. This is how we keep Cyrene alive. Because people understand that parting is for the next reunion and sorrow is so we may love more deeply.
Agreed.
Distance is what?
Then, we'll add 1. A 1 like none that has come before. A 1 that blazes new trails. I make this wish. On the 12th day of the 11th month.
Yeah, what makes the heart grow fond or something.
Every core flame ignited across 30 million lifetimes and scatter them among the stars.
God, this background music is so good.
When the people who know this story gaze upon the cosmos, they will discover that the countless stars in the sky now glow pink. And after 13 seconds, that radiant light will quietly fade.
I don't even know what everybody's talking about. It's just the music is so good.
It will be such a romantic, yet puzzling sight. But that's all.
Whatever you mean.
They will keep that mystery close to their hearts, constantly pondering.
When a beautiful person is talking, I'm just listening.
Pondering what the ego truly is. They will love. They will get hurt.
I don't know what it is, but I've been lacking listening comprehension to gacha games recently. When they get a little bit too heavy on the jargon, it gets difficult. I just start zoning out.
They will rage. And in 30 million moments of helplessness, they will stitch their shattered hearts back together. Again and again.
They should do the glossary thing that Wuthering Waves is doing.
But remember this well.
Actually, no.
Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. There may be pain along the way, but you and I will never be alone.
I don't think a glossary would help here.
They will come to understand what it means to lose, and in the end, they will choose to let go.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love Cyrene. I keep saying Flame Chase Journey.
Offer their hearts to this world, to every companion they walk beside. And they will take in the hearts of others and pass them onward.
The Flame Chase Journey is everything that's happened so far, that's it.
For every soul that exists in this world, there is a different ego.
I'm sure ego means something to Honkai Impact players.
Of life. There will never be just one answer. Not even for love.
Wait, this actually means something, I think. Yeah, okay, this actually means something.
But when people gaze into the night sky and love what is fading with the same resolve they have to praise the stars, I want that soft, gentle pink in the sky to tell them, love will always be answered. This is a story about love, and a story about how to answer it.
Whether it is one we have already written, or one you are yet to write, it will be a romantic story, like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
And a romantic story deserves an ending that is free and complete. When every clue and thread has found its end, and the weight of the pen is no longer constrained, pour the spirit of trailblazing into it, and end this tale with the most pure and romantic.
Happy endo da. Very fitting for that Korwa profile picture. Korwa starts manifesting whenever there's a happy ending. This isn't a happy ending though. Where's Cyrene?
Light. Sky. Sea. Stars. Seeds. Flowers. Birds.
I'ma get you out of here.
And love.
I mean, like by.
Words of beauty were how I first imagined the world.
Wait a minute.
For as long as I can remember, I've used them to tell the stories of Amphoreus. And now, this is the last one. A story about tomorrow.
Beautiful.
Dedicated to you.
Once upon a time, morning glow, scattered light, shone on you
What?
and I. Fading poems, frozen rhymes, or traces on the breeze.
In basketball.
Past reverie, please let me linger for now. Enveloped
Damn, Saritra was tearing those fucking flutes up.
love on the pages, the ink our stories penned. No matter how it ends, so do it all again. Oh, stay true, blossom as spring renews.
Chat, is this real?
Colors every hue, tomorrow's eyes to tomorrow's life are walking steps.
Wait, is that Millie?
Beside you, so stay true. The winter's right.
Wait, that's Millie. I heard about Millie singing.
Like a melody.
I got a KMS. They got Millie? Cute. Damn, you could see Stell doing the interstellar gif there.
Go with love, your heart, so tears, rivers flow, as gardens grow. I hope you bloom in beauty. See you soon after the end of time in the mountain frozen rime. You'll stay true.
No, don't leave me.
Renews, dreaming colors every hue. Tomorrow's eyes, to tomorrow's life are walking step beside you. Now stay true. The winter's rhyme anew. Woven memories are good. And like a melody, sing our reverie. And in our memory, in the end of our journey.
This is where all the budget went. This is the reason why all of the NPCs in Honkai Star Rail still looks like shit. That's crazy. They got Millie to sing a song for them for fucking Honkai Star Rail. I have got to play Library of Ruina one day. Question mark as March. I don't know who that is. Script supervisor. The dedicated to the hero within. May this journey lead us starward. It's not over yet, Snake. It's like that one, it's like at the end credits when they start. And to the player. Where? Oh. Scared but go see. Are we back? Head toward under the dome where the stars fall. Tail end upon the first encounter. We're back in 3.0. I'm Mem now.
Don't be scared. Guys,
You can float, you don't need that fixed.
I guessed as much. It's no longer working. Looks like it's just the two of us out here now.
Memmy? Mem?
The door open.
Let's find someplace safe to set up a base of operations first.
Yeah, we're back in 3.0.
This statue and the buildings we've seen so far point to a civilization here on Amphoreus.
See, the stupid hat is a paradox in itself. How did I have this in 3.0?
We can only hope that they're not hostile toward outsiders.
Mem?
I didn't have that hat in 3.0.
I've reunited with you so many times. And every time feels like the first time we met. Each time, love breaks through the stubborn cycles. And takes flight toward a pink tomorrow.
Whatever the
It's still early. Where to now?
GG's. Interlude. That's really funny. I haven't. What? Head to the book and write it down. What? Oh. Wait, what? Unfinished epilogue. There's a new trace ability. What does that mean? Okay, what's this? Some systems hours ago aboard.
You mean you just waved a probe around in deep space and found our pal and Don Hung? That little thing's really that impressive, ninja girl.
This
This is a ninja tech device, blessed by the Great One. It senses the ultra-low frequency electric waves of the human body.
Oh, that's a whole lot of pretty wubba-boo. But since we found him, let's drop the act. You played it well. But who do you think you are? Brother Hanu? Thinking you could pass as a Galaxy Ranger?
Wabba-dubba-dub, is that true? Oh. Oh.
Lord Cowboy Ninja,
Wabba-dubba-dubba-dub.
you have turned on me for no reason. Don't tell me the traitorous monkey ninja bewitched you. Are you walking the path of heretics now?
Enough. A name is Silver Gun Shura.
What?
Ugh. This is why I hate putting over-the-top characters into the script.
She's back.
You and this mysterious ninja girl.
Anger emoji.
Both of you are impossible to play.
Anger emoji, anger emoji.
Mr. Sparkle doesn't care for mad men.
Sparkle again? Anger emoji, anger emoji.
Cut the chatter. What's your real reason for being here?
Come on. What bad intentions could a masked fool possibly have? Just here to watch a show. Shuffle a few cards. My two prized actors were drifting through space for ages, and you all couldn't find them. What choice did I have but to come myself? Otherwise, who's going to share the stage with me?
You don't even care about the Iron Tomb disaster threatening the whole universe. Seems the fool's wisdom isn't all that deep.
Ranger, don't think waving some righteous flag gives you the right to throw sidelong jabs. And don't act like you've got no motives of your own. You're hoping this war involving the gods might be the key to freeing that broken-legged wolf.
Huh? What?
Who else knows about that?
Just me. Do you believe it?
Huh? Who?
Relax. I'm not interested in disturbing that living legend. I just couldn't resist messing with you when I saw you come back empty-handed.
You little... Fine. Since you saved our pal and Don Hung, get out of here. But remember what you said. Leave the boss alone.
Huh? Who?
Or else.
You don't have to worry at all. In Director Sparkle's next script, gray hair gets the spotlight.
Wait, there's more.
Let's skip the formalities about how the Express crew led the formation of the Cosmic Alliance and saved civilization from the destruction.
Jade! Anger emoji, anger emoji.
Thanks to the Express crew's support, our operations stayed on course, even under the relentless pressure from the Marketing Development Department.
Her eyes are down there. I mean...
Miss Himiko, the Strategic Investment Department extends its deepest thanks.
Your department's contributions...
Oh my goodness gracious, where am I supposed to look?
Noticed. But besides disaster relief and holding the line, you've had your hands full with something else too.
Yeah, they're I think this is kind of like post-game, I guess. Kind of like how Wuthering Waves is doing their post-game.
Indeed. The Cosmic Alliance's victory this time has revealed something truly precious. A glimpse of what united civilizations can accomplish in the face of destruction. Our department is summarizing key lessons from this campaign. If another crisis of this scale appears on the horizon, we intend to have a system ready to respond.
If the IPC can take the lead in establishing a true frontline against the destruction, it will bring hope to every civilization.
I don't know about this. Frontline, you say?
Of course. That still hinges on continued support from the Astral Express.
IPC is a mess right now.
Once the Iron Tomb matter is settled, we will be in touch again.
They literally have like infighting in the IPC right now. There's so many. What? Hi, Branya.
General Jing Yuan, it's been too long. Did Miss Fuxuan return safely?
Well, she almost had a near-death experience this time.
The Omniscia foresaw Iron Tomb's obliterating strike. It also told me there was no avoiding it, no surviving it.
Yet in that exact moment, the Seer strategist sent a message. The empty fortune has cracked open, and fate can now be decided. Then we lost contact. Alas, always so cryptic. Your brilliant senior soarer never says anything plainly. Left me pacing all night.
Cute.
Stop lying, General.
No need to be upset, Master Diviner. Cryptic talk comes with the territory of being a general.
The soldiers of the Cienjo stood firm in this battle amidst overwhelming odds.
Was it really overwhelming?
Their courage and sacrifice deserve recognition.
We kind of washed the fuck out of Iron Tomb.
And it just so happens that the golden blood of ruin the Alliance needs is in the Nameless's hands. It was taken by the hero Kazlana of Amphoreus at the cost of his life, directly from Nanook themselves. Though Kazlana is no longer part of this world, that kid can still reach a fragment of his memory. Perhaps Kazlana would be willing to entrust the golden blood to an ally who went to great lengths for Amphoreus.
In that case, very well. On behalf of the Cienjo Alliance, I offer our deepest respect to the world of Amphoreus and her brave, noble heroes.
Wait, recognition of Amphoreus as a world state?
To strike an eon as a mortal.
By the Cienjo, that's kind of significant, isn't it?
This deed alone deserves to be etched into the stars and remembered forever.
Oh my god, there's more. It doesn't end.
Mr. Boothill, it's a relief to see you alive and well after all that bloodshed.
Why'd you call back, huh?
Born tough. Though, I ought to apologize to you, Miss Himiko, for missing the Express's signal earlier.
Yeah, well, he came. That's what's important.
The soldiers of both the IPC and the Cienjo saw the way you all fought on the front lines.
Front lines?
Please accept my sincere thanks for the bravery the Rangers showed.
No need for thanks, Miss Himiko. I ain't the leader of the pack, didn't bring many along. Most of those who showed up for this fight have a personal score to settle with the destruction. That's why they fought like they had nothing to lose.
Galaxy Rangers is so cool.
The Express crew owes you and Miss Rappa a special thanks for retrieving her and Don Hung after the battle. With the scepter put out of commission, there was a lot of chaos across the Amphoreus segmentum. Even with signal tracking, finding them was no simple task.
Maybe her ninjutsu really is the real deal.
Speaking of which, where is Miss Rappa?
Don't worry, she's gone to help the other Rangers. I'll pass on the Astral Express's message to her.
Boothill has to show up in the next... Oh, that's it? Any more? Honkai Star Rail 3.7 post game? Post sequence. How do you... Honkai Star Rail 3.7. Post main story quests. How do you search this up? Huh? There's exposition at the news radio thing at the parlor car? Like this thing? That doesn't look like the radio. Music.
This is the Interastral Peace.
Oh my god, it's voiced.
Good evening, everyone.
Wait, does this happen at the end of every...
Good evening.
We are here to bring you the latest news from across the cosmos.
Through the combined efforts of multiple factions, the menace of the Lord Ravager, known as Iron Tomb, has been successfully neutralized.
Wait, that's kind of cool. Is it...
The Intelligentsia Guild reports its first observation of a newly formed celestial body, designated as Amphoreus, which has since been officially incorporated into astral charts.
Wait, that happened...
The ongoing Worlds Reborn initiative has officially entered its third phase, as Benzai Tengoku continues to make remarkable strides in cultural revitalization.
A hacking incident has targeted the new Eden 3 mining facility, with investigators confirming the Stellaron Hunters as the perpetrators.
That's oomph.
Let's take a closer look at the details. In recent developments, the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, once a scourge upon the universe, has been decisively crushed.
In a joint operation spearheaded by the Interastral Peace Corporation and supported by the Astral Express,
Damn, IPC took credit.
Alliance, Genius Society, and numerous other forces, the civilizations of the universe have achieved a decisive victory over the destruction.
This marks the fall of yet another Lord Ravager, following the Galaxy Rangers' defeat of Zulo.
With its reach spanning the cosmos, Iron Tomb delivered devastating blows to countless worlds. In response to this catastrophe, the Interastral Peace Corporation took decisive action, overseeing the restoration of all affected planets.
The broad-spectrum vaccine developed by the Technology Department has been confirmed to effectively prevent Iron Tomb infections. For star zones without medical coverage, the IPC will distribute vaccines in phases. Residents are urged to remain calm.
During the aftermath, a mysterious but benign data stream assisted in purging the remaining virus. On every affected device, it left a single message. Hello, world.
That's oomph.
The Interastral Peace Corporation expresses heartfelt thanks to this anonymous protector and salutes all frontline workers for their dedication.
That's the Chrysos heirs.
Together, we stand united. As the firm pillar supporting civilized society, the IPC is committed to advancing operations against the Antimatter Legion. Stay tuned for ongoing coverage. We wish for good news ahead.
Wait, have they always been doing that?
The Iron Tomb crisis has subsided. A kindling of civilization, nurtured by the Remembrance, has been lit in the cosmos.
According to information provided by the Nameless, IPC representatives have learned that this newborn planet is called Amphoreus.
Dr. Veritas Ratio of the Intelligentsia Guild stated that, according to the Xandar recurrence theorem, Amphoreus will inevitably give rise to civilization, and its Memoria content will serve as a key foundation for the evolution of that civilization.
Oh.
Through reverse engineering of the scepter fragments, Genius Society members number 76, Mr. Screwlum, and number 83, Madam Herta, have successfully replicated a portion of the data.
This suggests that life which once existed in this world may one day be reborn in the future.
Real?
The IPC will uphold the principles of the preservation and provide essential protection and guidance for this planet. The Intelligentsia Guild has invited both geniuses to collaborate on this endeavor. However, Madame Herta has yet to give a definitive response.
Wait, why not?
We remain confident that Amphoreus, in due course, will establish itself as a beacon within the cosmic community.
After several amber eras of
Clappers.
relentless effort, the Worlds Reborn initiative has recently successfully entered into its third phase, marked by the extensive restoration of cultural heritage from Benzite.
Wait, does it loop?
Once confined to a
Wait, never mind.
the picturesque world of Benzai Tengoku has become reality for its Imagine inhabitants thanks to the IPC's assistance. Their unique artistic creations are now being
Oh my god, the next stop.
via the Interastral Network.
The next stop is Expedition 33?
Secretary of the Strategic Investment Department and current Daikokuzo announced that the upcoming stage of the Worlds Reborn initiative will center on artistic innovation, driving robust growth in cultural sectors.
Meanwhile, preparations for the new Lunament Festival are well underway. Established by the Eon of Elation, this time-honored event continues to attract interest from all corners.
4.0?
The Interastral Peace Corporation wishes the ceremony every success, expressing the hope that happiness and celebration will spread throughout all of Benzai Tengoku.
A short while ago, New Eden 3, an important mining facility under the umbrella
Wait, does it
of the
loop?
IPC, fell victim to a hacking attack.
Previously ravaged in the fight
No,
against
this
the
is new.
Legion, the planet underwent reconstruction, during which massive reserves of antimatter crystal ore were identified underground.
What are the Stellaron hunters doing?
Following a thorough assessment, the IPC approved a development plan for the mine, believing that its high concentration of imaginary energy will provide a significant boost to the region's industrial recovery.
The head of the mining site reported receiving an anonymous warning prior to the attack. Currently, excavation has been halted due to a network outage.
An investigation by the IPC's cybersecurity department has confirmed that Silver Wolf, a member of the Stellaron Hunters, was behind the recent cyber attack.
That's oomph.
The Interastral Peace Corporation strongly condemns such acts of public property destruction and threats to cosmic security, and has increased the bounty on Silver Wolf by 1 billion credits.
Good for you.
We encourage all citizens of the cosmos to come forward with any information. This station will issue additional rewards to those who provide useful leads.
And this is the end of our broadcast. Please tune in for our next episode. Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
That's really cool. Did they do this at the end of every main story quest? I did not notice. This kind of reminds me of Trails into Daybreak, where at the end of every like arc, there's like a radio broadcast that goes on at the end of every arc that goes over what happened. This is pretty cool. What else is there to do? That's so cool. Next one. There's a new map in Amphoreus. Where? Oh, this new location. Yeah, I remember this. This is where we popped in. What? Oh, it's not voiced. Cyrene says, "Hi, Miss Mia. Welcome to the story we wrote together. This page of eternity exists because of you. We miss you." Kiss emoji. Can you stay with us? The Lost Beyond. Start playing the. This is the Lost Beyond. Onyo. How does the lyrics go again? It's been a while. I'm tilted now. We are in the Lost Beyond. You know what? Since it's not voiced, a moment later, you two regained your senses. The her before you was nothing more than an ink trace left from the past, able only to carry a message, unable to exchange words. Cyrene says, "Sorry, this was the only way I could leave you a message. We've come such a long way together on the path of remembrance. Even though the Amphoreus in my memories will forever continue its cycles, sealing the Iron Tomb in the past, my memory."
Come home with you. Come dance with me in a rosy haze of yesterday. Reverie. Don't drift away, please.
Whoa.
Leave me here in your warm embrace. I'll trade anything for you for one more.
It's so fitting here. Cyrene says, "But those who remember you, this story, and this eternal garden will always stay by your side, as part of as I've written, continuing to trailblaze with the Astral Express." The girl paused for a moment, blinking her eyes. And she did blink. "I believe we'll meet again." Imagine if Rovi said this to us. Imagine. One day.
With scent of flowers and summer breeze. Does it
Cyrene says, "Even though it's hard to guess what you're thinking, a heartfelt thank you would surely make the little flower in your heart bloom, right?" "Thank you." "Oh, that's right. If you have time, can you please visit me and that little village in the memory? Who knows, I might have prepared a little pink present for you." Wait, what? No, don't leave me! What the hell? Everybody's here! Nias? Nias is here? That's oomph. Who's Ulysses? I don't know who that is. New kid, you must be a fresh recruit, huh? I've got nothing much to teach you these days. Just one thing. Don't let the shackles of glory hold you back. Go do whatever your heart desires. If Nicodor knew how I was training these recruits, they'd probably smite me from above, wouldn't they? Nias says, "I wouldn't be so sure about that." What? We can bring back Nias? That's pretty cool. Giorgio, Zemposa. I don't remember who these are. Oh, they're Kremnoan soldiers. So they're just hanging out here. until they're fully reborn in Amphoreus. Kindness? What?
Light stroking your face, my dear Every. Come home with me.
What are you doing here?
Come dance with me in a rosy haze of yesterday. Reverie, don't drift away.
Oh, kindness is
In your warm embrace,
washing themselves. They've learned the truth of Amphoreus, so now they're trying to cleanse themselves of all the sins. All this bullshit that they put Aglaia through.
I'll perfume your dreams with scent of flowers.
Celios? What? They're so funny. Honkai Star Rail. Celios says, "Welcome to the Twilight Courtyard. How can I help you? Like this?" Hyacinth says, "Smiles, laughter. A warm smile is most important, Lady Celios." Celios says, "Welcome to the Twilight Courtyard. How can I help you?" Okay, let me stop. For Lovi's theme. There's some really cool stuff happening here. It's only been a few days since we last saw each other. How'd you get so tiny? That's only been a few days? Celios says, "It's you, the child of humanity who ascended to the skies alongside the Hyacinthia. It is a pleasure to meet you again. I have now returned to my original, pure state. I am no longer a warrior goddess wielding a spear, nor the all-seeing Theos Synthetos. I am but an ordinary young girl." Hyacinth says, "Haha, even so, Lady Celios' way of speaking proved quite persistent." Salabis says, "Actually, I think Celios' current state has a certain beauty in its contrast." Oh, they look purified now. That's also cool. They look purified of the black tide. That's very cool. Lunabi says, I feel the same. Just like during that action hour, when a sun shower fell on that bright afternoon." Hyacinth says, "Shh, little Ika, you shouldn't say things like that." Celio says, "No need to hide it. I can understand the winged beast's words. Despite her appearance as a child, her age far exceeds that of the ordinary people. The Pegasus is right. Despite my age, my mind may not be as mature as Hyacinthia's. I joined the Twilight Courtyard precisely because I wanted to become a physician and study ways to connect with the hearts of the children of humanity." Hyacinth says, "It's wonderful that Lady Celios has such thoughts and aspirations. However, it is no easy feat to become a doctor. You'll need to master entire manuals worth of knowledge and learn to handle all sorts of situations. For example, what should we do if we encounter patients causing trouble in the courtyard?" Ahahaha. They got your ass. Celio says, "Causing trouble? Meld with their hearts, understand their needs, patiently guide those with genuine difficulties, and politely turn away those who make unreasonable demands." A doctor. You were gonna say melt, weren't you? You're not much of a doctor, but know a thing or two about throwing punches? Celio says, "Don't be ridiculous. I did not misspeak." Hyacinth says, "Ha ha ha. Lady Celios is very talented. With time, she'll definitely become an excellent physician. Okay, we can talk to them again. Celio says, "Hi, Cynthia says I have a pure heart and I have a pure and innocent heart. I hope I won't let her down."
Welcome, new guests of the Twilight Courtyard.
What the? Voice? Lady Celios' arrival has revealed a whole new possibility to me. Perhaps I can help people become their own doctors, to heal themselves. But if that happens, there would be a lesser need for the Twilight Courtyard. Is there anything you want me to remember? What will become of the Twilight Courtyard? I ask. Hyacinth says, they say there's a proverb from beyond the sky that goes, "May all people be free from illness, even if it means medicines to gather dust on the shelves." Perhaps this is the mindset that all healers should possess. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Tell that to Big Pharma. Hyacinth says, "I want to be the happiest unemployed person ever." Out of context, that's pretty funny. Now let the Twilight Courtyard return to normal and become everyone's afternoon tea salon. We ask, will we be pushing Celios too hard? Hyacinth says it will be quite difficult at first. Lady Celios lacks experience in dealing with patients, finding it hard to understand ordinary people's emotions, and is unable to express her own feelings appropriately. But she possesses the most essential quality of a healer, a pure and innocent heart. Is there anything you want me to remember? Wait, I could gift... What? Fuck. Obtained by solving the nymph prophecy puzzle for each garment maker. I have not been doing this. I'm sorry, what the... I have not been doing that at all. Ceridra? I almost missed her. She was like matching in the blue of the surroundings. Ceridra says, "What a peaceful garden this is. No swords, no flames. Are the laws of this new world really so merciful?" Ceridra says, "Very well. I shall permit its existence. Rather than hymns and statues, the laughter and chatter of subjects are the highest praise for a ruler. Look, Dux Gladiorum and the others are having quite a delightful conversation." You know what? She's right. Like that comment about rather than hymns and statues, the laughter and chatter of subjects are the highest praise for a ruler. She's right about that. That's how I feel when you're doing like a really good run on like on a civilization game. Maybe they're waiting for you to join them, we say. Ceridra says, no need. Rulers should stay silent in places where their subjects hold private conversations. I've borrowed their lives, so it's only fair to let them take a nice long vacation. You know what? I wasn't born with golden blood. Like a king's authority, I seized it with these hands. I've used every means at my disposal and earned the name of a tyrant. That was because to root out injustice, this was the only path forward. But if possible, I hope people won't have to struggle to climb mountains just to live the life they want. I hear there are a few stars out there beyond the sky that are gentle enough for that. Now this long-cherished wish has largely come true. The reborn Amphoreus will surely embrace laws with more warmth and humanity. Oh, you're making me feel emotional. Can you spend the rest of your life chasing the flame with me? Wait, what? What is the second option? Ceridra says, haha, I hear the insolence in your words, but it's fine. After all, I am what people call a tyrant. Yo, long time no see. Hello, how's it going, my friend? Ceridra says, indeed, a monologue needs an audience, not a strategist plotting for me. Not a pawn at my disposal, nor some deliverer. Simply a friend who's willing to listen. Thank you. Dux Primarius? Wait, Primarius? Oh, we have a title now. Work is killing me. Oh, take it easy. Wait, even the seals are here. They will be brought into the new world. Oh, this guy's here too. Oh, we can't talk to. Oh, we can. Okay, Terravox. Oh. Terravox says, if we return to the most basic instinct of life, all it takes to fill the Earth's belly is rich and flavorful red soil. All living beings in Amphoreus have found their place now, and I can finally put down my burdens and enjoy my meal in peace. Thanks for keeping watch over yesterday. I'll talk to this guy later. That's very cool. We're bringing Terravox into the new world. When you have time, come and sit on my shoulder. Let's get a bit closer to those stars together. That's so cool. Where's the oomphs? Wait, let me talk to, Seneca says, ha, Labienus, can your stomach still handle it? Looks like I'm gonna win this one. Oh, I just drank too much water, Labienus says. It's all because the honey brew here is too watery. High Zealand says, in that case, would you like to try the richest honey brew? After the black tide receded, I returned to my homeland and dug up all 12 bottles that Fagusa had buried in the seabed. Today, have as much essence of icy spring as you wish. Let's drink to our heart's content. Virginia says, as much as I wish, but it's something so precious. High Zealand says, back then, Fagusa buried them in the seabed because she wanted to share them with her descendants after the black tide had receded. Aren't they perfect for a celebration now? Apollonius says, since a Dux Gladiorum insists so passionately, we'll humbly accept the offer. Little Virginia, looks like you'll get your chance to shine today. High Zealand says, well then, here's to our yesterdays and tomorrows. To Amphoreus, we say. What? Seneca says, wow, that really hit the spot. Fagusa's collection really lives up to its reputation. Virginia says, though it tastes a little astringent at first, if you let it sit in your mouth for a moment, you can taste a subtle sweetness and a hint of sea breeze. How the fuck do you taste the sea breeze? Actually, you know what? I get it. Labiena says, the taste is exquisite indeed. But as loyal subjects, how could we enjoy this by ourselves? Go and invite the great imperator? Yeah, probably salty. I know what they mean now. Like having a margarita by the beach, maybe. High Zealand says, I'll join her for drinks later. For now, please enjoy yourselves to the fullest, and remember, we're not leaving until our cups run dry. Seneca says, alrighty then. Today I'll be the last one standing. Who's my next challenger? Apollonius says, your time to shine, Virginia. Virginia says, then I'll do it. High Zealand says, little Grave Fry, care to join me for a drink? Look, the dew of divine blood, you should still remember its taste, though it's fine if you don't. I can help you recall it. Cheers, little Grave Fry. Cheers, Oomphy. High Zealand gets to party. That's the best outcome.
I raise this cup of honey brew to our yesterdays and tomorrows.
Want another drink? Not too shabby there, huh? High Zealand says the world after Aeronova is very gentle, like an endless banquet where everyone can raise their porcelain cups and enjoy honey brew together. Isn't this the kind of home I've been hoping for all along? Yet now that I've finally arrived at this harbor, all I feel is peace. I guess it's because on my way here, I've already found my own flame. Oh right, there's one small downside. The water bodies here are rather narrow, and sometimes I can't stretch my fins as freely as I'd like. Why is your stomach full of water? Wait, what? We're gonna ask this now? Is that appropriate? High Zealand says, I can see it in your eyes. You've been wanting to ask that for a while now, little Grave Fry. We have been wondering. High Zealand says, because I am the ocean's daughter. This body of mine was originally molded from spirit water. Does your water level drop when you don't drink? High Zealand says, Little Grey Fry, if you're that curious, why not join me for a hunt? Perhaps you'll find the answer with your own eyes. What does that mean? May the next feast be eternal. High Zealand says, don't worry, after this feast ends, we'll be off to another one, won't we? Yeah, party hard. She gets to party hard, that's what it's all about. Wait, can I get some apples from the garment maker? Wait, the mems! The mems are here. Cute. Yo, give me some apples. Wait, what? Yo, give me some apples. Won't give me apples. No, I need to actually work for the apples. Okay, what's in here? Oh, I'm going the right way. Wait, what's in there? One sec.
Turn over this eternal page.
Fly. What's in here? Who's in here? Oh, Chirbies. The Chirbioses. The Beast of Burden, my son! The Beast of Burden says, Mama, there are so many familiar faces here. Are we having a barbecue? Great, I'll be in charge of eating. Wait, didn't I mostly eat soil? Play with it. I just learned how to do a backflip, Mama. Wanna see? You can bring a whole crowd to watch. Cute. Good. Oh, Bartholos.
Turn over this eternal page.
Wrong button. Cypher says, Grandma, look at these treasures in my hands. Silver rings from Idonia, ceramics from Ionis, and these fine silver hairpins. I picked them from the best tailor shops in Akama. They look beautiful on you. Take it, no more getting up at the crack of dawn to deal with those picky merchants at the market giving you grief. Anna says, hey, doing business to make a living isn't about taking abuse. But come to think of it, with all these nice things, you're not... Cypher says, some kind folks heard about my great achievements and eagerly brought these over. I tried to refuse, but they kept insisting on stuffing them in my pockets. They're not stolen, I swear. They're not stolen, I swear. Anna says, Cypher, look into my eyes. Cypher says, Granny, you've got to believe me. I even brought a witness. Bartholo, say something. Bartholo says, excuse me, Grandma. Boss's lady speaking nothing but the truth. Cypher says, hey, you promised so confidently just now. Why are you suddenly tongue-tied? Grey Mystery, help me out here. Yeah, Cypher is a legendary hero that everyone looks up to. Cypher says, that's right. If it weren't for me, the Chrysos heirs would have been crushed by the Black Tide long ago. She's right, by the way. Cypher is one of the MVPs. 2 truths, 1 lie. She's right about that, though. I've killed the man. And it burns when I pee. Anna says, Cypher, you clever little thing. Must have been through quite a lot to develop such a sharp tongue, huh? Whether it's lies or truth, Granny will believe anything Cypher says. Cypher says, Granny, I can't help but tell little white lies sometimes, so don't take everything I say at face value. But, well, I can assure you, my heroic deeds are well documented. Now, which story should I start with? Good for you, Cypher. Shall we start with the Dawn Device's mind-blowing scam? Anna says, Cypher, that job sounds pretty tough. You didn't get hurt, did you? Cypher says, don't worry, Granny. Those guys don't even have what it takes to touch the hem of my clothes. Anna says, that's my granddaughter for you. Granny will heat up some camel milk and you can tell me all about it while enjoying these flaky pastries. Hi, I'll have a bite, we say. Bartholo says, huh? There's some for us too? Thank you, Grandma. Cypher says, I have so many more exciting adventures to tell you. Just let me share them with you slowly. Good for Cypher. This is a happy endo for everyone.
Where might those lovely stellar jades be hiding?
Happy endo. They should have fucking incorporated this in the main story too. Why is it all in the side? Why is it all happening on the side? Magdalena? Who's Magdalena? Kids, let's take a break and have some cookies. There's already a long line forming outside the Holy Maiden's residence. Sherby says, no way. We want to see Mom right now. Wait. We revived Trebios' mom? If you don't want your cookies, I'll take them, we say. Trian says, wow, it's a little gray. Magdalena says, sorry for the embarrassing scene. The kids were begging to see the Holy Maiden, but the queue was just too long. Trinon says, because there are so many of us, the three of us have been waiting for a very long time. Wait, you mean other Tribbies? Tribby says, that's right. Ahead of us, there's Trisha, Triyu, Tricum, Trissy, Trigon, Tricorn, Trelawney. Wait, no, everyone can have one. Trinan says, Little Gray is joking again. We aren't dolls, are you know? Kirby says, oh dear. Long story short, we've been waiting forever. If you don't hurry up, we won't get to see Mom today. Trinan says, see her tomorrow. Trian says, no, we'll see her today. Kirby says, Little Gray, are you here to queue up too? No cutting in line. I'm younger than you, let me go first, I say. Magdalena says, come now, stop joking around. We're already swamped here. Trian says, so we're a bit busy and most likely won't have time to play with Little Gray. Sorry. Kirby says, well then, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Salute emoji.
See you tomorrow. No, we'll see you today.
It's Little Gray. Try to pinch Kirby's cheeks. We've always wanted to do this. Kirby says, whoa, Little Gray, what are you doing all of a sudden? Trian says, what happened? Trinon says, my cheeks itch a little. So all of you really are interconnected. Kirby says, of course, I can feel it every time Trian sneaks some sour snacks. Between us, there are no secrets. Anyways, we say, Miss Kirby. Kirby says, what's up, Little Gray? Got any questions for Miss Kirby? Is see you tomorrow really the greatest prophecy? I ask. Kirby says, from what you're saying, I believe it was our past life selves who taught you that, am I right? We know some people think this isn't a prophecy, but a lie. Because no one can be certain that we all meet up again tomorrow. However, we still believe in the power of prophecy. When we say, see you tomorrow, it means not only that we hope to meet tomorrow, but also that we'll make an effort to make sure that meeting happens. In other words, see you tomorrow is also a self-fulfilling prophecy. I see. Let's play again next time. I love you guys. It's over here, nothing. I'll probably just fast travel to this side. Unless I miss anything on the way there. I might miss something on the way there. So let's just fly.
Turn over this eternal page.
Look at her go. Wait a minute. Well, let me gotcha some relics. Actually, no, now is not the time to gotcha some relics. Lock in. I need to see my friends. Ah, there's nobody here. This garden is the final page of As I've Written. What's that? What's this? You see the nebula booms with radiance, tracing the silhouette of a garden. A newborn world is about to sprout. This scene is the ending of As I've Written, and also the origin point of the Amphoreus in the real world. One day, it will give birth to a true life. The people in the memory will be born one by one, waiting for you tomorrow. The stars breathe silently. You're certain that the fruit of Amphoreus has been planted. Everybody lived. Happy ending. But what about its cause? Until that day comes, the journey continues. Endless possibilities unfold beneath your feet, and only the memory remains in yesterday. Ah, fuck. Fuck, we can't get Cyrene back just yet. I know what you mean, and it hurts. Perhaps there's still something I can do? You recall the promise of Trailblaze, the story of Flame Chase will echo across the stars? People will remember that Amphoreus was a brilliant, magnificent world. You think you can let more people read As I've Written, preserving the memories of this world? If you do this, the causality will become more stable. You can't be certain, but you're willing to believe. What matters is that this is a promise shared between you and many others. Perhaps it's time to fulfill my promise. No! Fuck. So Cyrene kind of like sacrificed herself to contain Iron Tomb and for Amphoreus to be born again with all of the Chrysos heirs. Everyone will return one day except for Cyrene, who is stuck in her eternal torture chamber. You know what? Now that I think about it, Cyrene might have it easier than Finon. Because like Finon remembers every single cycle and kind of like eventually lost himself in the process. In Cyrene's case, it might actually be easier for her because her memory also gets reset at the end of every cycle. So it's not like she knows that she will only know that she's in a cycle towards the end. And then once she reaches the end, she loses her memories anyway to restart the cycle. So she might actually have it easier than Finon. There might be some that might make it a little bit lighter for Cyrene. Maybe there's some peace in that. Castor says, Lord Mighty, what brings you here? Mighty says, Castorus, are you here for the event too? Castorus says, yes, but I had no idea that Lord Mighty would be participating too. Don't tell me you've also prepared some handicrafts. Mighty says, crafts? You mean ingredients? I'm also surprised that you signed up for the new Master Chrysos Chef Championship. Castorus says, a culinary showdown? Isn't this supposed to be the first Amphoreus handicraft convention? Huh? Mighty says. How have I not heard about either of these, I ask? Castorus says, I received an invitation addressed Dear Miss Castorus, with the time and location of a handicraft exchange meeting, sealed with a Council of Elder Wax's seal. Huh. This wax seal. Why does it have a grid-like reflective effect when you look at it under the starlight? Mighty says, is it in the shape of Cypher's cat coin? Castorus says, yeah, that's correct. Mighty says, sure enough, I also received an invitation for the same format. In the same format, the letter mentioned that this time there would be a legendary chef from another world beyond the sky participating, bringing new cosmic flavored dishes. I let my guard down. I was careless. This kitty has gone bad. She's playing pranks on everyone already. Cypher's playing pranks on everyone already. It's pretty funny. I'm glad that Cypher's enjoying herself. Castor says, I should have known earlier that Lady Cypher would be up to her tricks. Unable to resist playing her mischievous games in this new world to mess with everyone. I wonder how many others Cypher has tricked with the same ploy. Or could we be the only one who fell for it? A lazy voice drifted down from above. Cypher says it's not that dramatic. I only prepared 4 letters. The other 2 are meant for our little deliverer boy and the tailor girl, inviting them to wear their coordinated new outfits to the new season's fashion exhibition. I can't wait to see the tailor girl getting headaches over our little deliverer boy's fashion sense. Meow Express, off we go. Castor says the voice faded away. Cypher sure is full of energy. Mighty says it's alright, I understand. Time flows peacefully in this new world, but an ordinary life doesn't mean it has to stay the same forever. She probably just wants to bring something fresh and exciting to everyone, while satisfying her urge to pull a few mischievous pranks. Castor says, I haven't seen Lord Finan dressed in yellow and purple either. I'm quite curious indeed. What about the ingredients Mighty brought? Mighty says, if you don't mind, I can cook them right here and invite everyone to enjoy the meal together. Guess who's not getting an invite, I ask. Cypher says, I haven't gone far yet. I can hear everything, Grey Mystery. You're not invited. What about the handmade stuff from Castorus, we ask. Castorus says these are all the things you're familiar with. Bookmarks, cushions, and felt dolls. They're a bit rough around the edges because I made them in a rush, but I was hoping to exchange them with everyone at the meetup. But now, please allow me to take them back and refine them a little. Alright, I look forward to the fashion exhibition. Mighty says, well, I have a suggestion. For the good of your stomach, let's eat after we've seen Finan's outfit. Castor says, Lord Mighty, is it really gonna be that dramatic? Cute, I'm glad that they're smiling.
A life without combat and sacrifice. I'll need some more time to get used to it.
Would a world without strife be boring, we ask? Mighty says, in my view, strife exists to end strife itself. Though it may be a pain this world needs, there will come a day of healing. Besides, there is no word for boring in the Kremnoan language. Preparing a good meal is just as glorious as winning battles. These days, the world is full of animals and previously went extinct, which has greatly enriched our ingredient inventory. It's quite a fascinating world for anyone who enjoys cooking. The grand restaurant is about to open, we say. Wait, so what? Mighty's gonna turn into a monster hunter? We say, but there are still some tricky pranks. Mighty says, haha, there's an old saying in Castrum Kremnos. Cats are either sleeping or causing trouble. I bet Aglaya will be the first to get restless and find the cat something to do. Alright. Hail Mighty-Most, the Chrysos, God King of the chefs. Mighty says, well, that sounds just as grand as the son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood. Very well, I'll accept this praise. How about Castor Chang? She's humming? Castor says the starry sky above is so beautiful, each star twinkling like countless blinking souls. Miss, if you have time, would you like to join me for a stroll in the garden? I scattered many flower seeds there, hoping time would wash those melancholic memories away, allowing the seeds of stories to grow once again into an endless sea of flowers. Wait, what happened to her sister? If Nias is here, then... Wait. Yeah, her sister should be around here somewhere. What kind of flowers did you plant, we ask. Castor says, Antela is a flower that grows in the Netherrealm. Its pure petals bring final peace to the departed, but planting it here seems rather inappropriate. So this time I planted even more dazzling flowers. I believe there must be worlds blooming with lush flowers beyond the sky as well, right? If you have the chance, please bring me some flower seeds you encounter along your journey. Do you still have any melancholic memories? Castor says, though people are still somewhat wary around me, curious children are now willing to hold my hand as they go and watch butterflies resting among the flowers. Her chubby fingertips are as warm as a hug. Wait, Castor can touch now. Can touch other people now without things dying. Good for her. Good for her. Castor says if I must name something regretful, it would be our encounter. Meetings and partings are part and parcel of life, and you must always venture forth toward more distant stars. But the miracles that your arrival brought to Amphoreus and all those memories we shared are already precious enough to me. We love you, Castorus. Wherever you reside is a gentle sea of flowers, we say. Castorus says if that is your blessing for me, then I'll gently accept and cherish it. We love you, Castorus. What's going on here? Fate Atlas, wait. Wait a minute, what? Here's a subquest? One sec. Let me talk to Finon. Finon! What are you doing? Finon says, partner, you're finally here. Kiss emoji, kiss emoji. Every time Professor Anaxa and Aglai stand together, it means Akuma is about to be turned upside down. Even now I can't let my guard down. Ooh, drama, count me in, we say. Aglai says, huh, I heard all of that. Nothing major. I just wanted to find someone to discuss the new Titan myths circulating on the streets lately. Anaxa says, what did I tell you? Even without the golden thread, the illustrious Lady Goldweaver still loves keeping tabs on everyone. And you, Finon. Aglai says, as luck would have it, I also know what you're about to say. Aglai says, Finon's just like that lady, not letting even the smallest detail slip by. Whose student is he, really? Stop arguing, we're all his teachers. Finon says, huh? Partner, what are you talking about? A Titan myth circulating on the streets? I have a bad feeling about it. Could it be that one hidden hatred, the butterfly in the tree? A girl named Nestia caught Cersei's attention while studying at the Grove, but Cersei discovered that her closeness was merely to gain academic guidance, which made their relationship grow complicated. Finon says, Professor Anaxa, may I continue? Anaxa says, why are you asking me? It's about Cersei's. What does it have to do with me? Finon says, well, after all, some people think that the Bow of Rift and Chrysalis of Gold depicted in this book are alluding to a certain new cycle. Years later, their successors' relationship deteriorated to the point of becoming sworn enemies. During one encounter, they accused each other of not even deigning to look at one another properly, and nearly came to blows. Oh, and there's a postscript. All myths get embellished by later generations. These two titans weren't as lovey-doveys as the legends suggest. They just had some occasional collaboration. Aglaya says, so Anaxagoras, what do you think? Anaxa says, if you ask me, there's only one redeeming quality about it. Aglaya says, a bit of occasional collaboration. Anaxa says, all myths are mixed with later embellishments. Aglaya says, indeed. That's quite an astute observation from a scholar. I was the one being hesitant with my stitches. Finon says, did I hear that right? Aglaya actually praised Professor Anaxa to his face. Aglaya says, since regaining my sight, I've resumed my work as a weaver. Tessifona from the bookstore commissioned me to weave a Titan mythology themed tapestry for her shop. Oh yeah, the light is back in her eyes. Has it always been like that? Aglaya can see again. Aglaya says, though after hearing these new versions circulating in the streets, I started contemplating how to arrange and edit them. Anaxa says, well, that's rare. Since when did the Lady Goldweaver start caring about what others think? Aglaya says, after all, these new pairs of eyes were no different from those of a child first observing the world. There was still so much to see and learn. The people of the New World deserve to learn about the history through a better story, don't they? Anaxa says, speaking of which, we have someone right here. I heard you're planning to take the story of Amphoreus beyond the sky? To weave a tapestry, wouldn't her story make the perfect blueprint? Leave it to me, I'll write with absolute fairness and objectivity. Aglaya says, then I'll look forward to the day when you bring the story back again. Okay. Hi, Finon, I love you.
Real sunlight. It feels so warm.
Have they been at each other's throats since they first met, we ask? Finon says, at least that's how the two of them were when I joined the Flame Chase. Professor Anaxa and Aglaya were both people who knew how to read the situation. In times of crisis, they could set aside their differences and work together. Now that everything's calm, they're at each other's throats bickering. I guess you could say the chemistry between people really is a mysterious thing. We asked, got any more street reads? Hook me up. Finon says, of course, I've read quite a few books like that. Stuff like, something's wrong with my flame chase journey. The Imperator's personal blade maiden. The class-skipping cat at Divine Academy. Wait, what is he reading? The Imperator's personal blade maiden. He's reading some Yuri. Finon says, shh, let's keep our voices down. If you're interested, I'll take you to the bookstore to be quietly. Wait, what did I say there? Akuma can't do without you, we say. Finon says, well, I appreciate the compliment. Stop teasing me already. Good for Finon. Wait, what? Where else can we go? That's it? Everybody's just hanging out here. That's pretty nice. Hey, but I think there's still something going on here. What's this? Wait a fucking minute, what? Wait, how much more is there? I need to go to sleep. Oh yeah, the book. It's just on our table. Frame it or something. Well, it says so. You're saying you want to mass print the text of As I've Written and publish it as a book? Himeko says, not a bad idea. However, any publication on the Interastral Network must go through the IPC's channels. I'm not sure how they'd feel about this. Don't worry, we have allies, we say. Book deals, book deals. Topaz says we've already discussed the details of this project with the Business Consolidation Department. The verdict is approved for execution. Thanks to our experience in Urilo 6, we were able to close this deal. Rather than focusing on short-term gains, establishing a model of preservation will be more beneficial for long-term development. Aventurine says, besides, safeguarding new and growing civilizations is precisely what the Strategic Investment Department was made to do. According to Dr. Ratio, establishing a consistent understanding of Amphoreus across the cosmos will aid its future to a certain degree. Topaz says, that's right. The Interastral Peace Entertainment will handle the publication of As I've Written, and the IPC will cover all related expenses. As for liaising with the various planets, we'll leave that to the Nameless. How nice. Himeko says, I see you've long been prepared, as expected of the Throne of Worlds of Amphoreus. Walt says, perhaps soon it'll be time for the young one to take charge of the Express. Wait, what do you mean? Is Walt and Himeko planning to leave? Himeko says, don't sound so world-weary. Walt. We've got plenty of youth left. Even though the IPC is helping out, knowing you'd definitely want to go check it out for yourself, right? Go ahead then, and sow the seeds of civilization. Create a story that belongs to you. Okay. It's a story that belongs to everyone, we say. Himeko says, keep going. It's like an unwritten rule among the Nameless. Press forward and see it through to the end. Time is of the essence, you head to Belobog. Wait, what is going on right now?
Can we please keep going like this forever?
Belobog? We're just spreading. Oh, we're just deciding where to spread the story. Rania says, it's been a while. I heard you were coming, so I invited Zila as well. Zila says, the kids are at the orphanage are too scared to even go outside now because of the destruction. Never mind that. What did you want to talk about? We talk about As I've Written. You recounted the story As I've Written. Wait, what? Zila says, I heard the whole cosmos was shaken up by what you did. Pretty impressive how you managed to sort everything out. Bronya says, thanks to Miss Topaz's anti-iron tomb vaccine and her timely shutdown of the engine of creation, Belobog was able to avoid another crisis. Don't worry, the reconstruction plan hasn't been affected, but I must say, even a tiny ripple in the universe becomes a tsunami when it reaches frontier planets. The same goes for Amphoreus. As a similarly developing civilization, we are willing to contribute to its future. Goodwill is like a torch; it can only burn brighter when it's passed on. Zila says, I'm not one for fancy words, but if you need help, I'll definitely be there. Alright. I got something to ask you. Come with me later. Okay. Why so secretive? Zila says, don't ask, just be there. I'm not playing around. Oh, what is it? Oh. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We're seeing everybody. Hook says, honorary member. Finally, you're here. My legs are going numb. Now, what are you doing? What are you doing, little buddy? Zila says, I heard from Clara that she was using Diggertron to help with mining. But the power was too much, and she fell and broke her leg. I'm afraid she won't be able to take interstellar flights anymore. Wait, what do you mean? Zila says she wants to hear your fresh stories from beyond the sky, so she won't have any regrets. They're being overdramatic. How goes the patch? Are we peak Kino? It's literally Outer Wilds. It's literally Outer Wilds. It's we are seeing currently Amphoreus is being reborn. It was Trufk. This game is actually Outer Wilds. Anyways, how's it going, brother? Good evening, good evening. Literally Outer Wilds. Like, Amphoreus currently is on the verge of being reborn as, like, a mini universe. And it's being reborn from our memories. So it's quite literally Outer Wilds. Except they put Cyrene in the torture chamber to save Amphoreus. To contain the threat to the universe. And so that she could secure Amphoreus being rebirthed. So there's still one person that was left in the torture chamber so that they could save everybody else. But for the most part, it's literally Outer Wilds. Like, the mini universe of Amphoreus is being reborn from our memories. So it's hilarious. Wait, something feels really fishy here. Natasha says, just take it as the truth. Don't worry too much about the details. Yeah, I think Hook is just being dramatic. Do we need to hop on and lock into the story instead of coming in and out of these streams? Don't worry about it. It's if you've experienced, we've gone through Outer Wilds already. It's you've pretty much played through the entirety of Amphoreus, except like with a grand Greek epic. It's like literally Outer Wilds, but on top of that, there's a grand big Lord of the Rings type epic going on. So you've already pretty much experienced Amphoreus as well. Hook says, honorary member, you'll help Hook out, right? We say, well, since you say so. You retell the story as I've written to Hook, sentence by sentence, especially those thrilling adventure parts, naturally done in the voice of a bath sprite. All that in it should take like days to go through all that. Hook says, wowza. Legends, galaxies, giant monsters, so cool. I knew there were so many interesting things beyond the sky, but Julian and the others wouldn't believe me. I'm gonna tell them right now. Hook sprang up from the bed with a whoosh and dashed away in a flash. See, her leg was alright after all. She runs even faster than me. We say, nice work, Doc. You're a real miracle worker. Natasha says, perhaps your story was so fascinating that it cured her without any treatment. Natasha says, I admit I was just playing around earlier. She just wanted to see you. Children are all like that. Natasha's still so bad, though. Call me later. Kiss emoji, phone emoji. Azila says, all that fuss for nothing. Well, at least she's okay. I should get going. Keep an eye on Hook. Make sure she doesn't pull any weird stunts. Natasha says, the children's energy seems endless. To be young. By the way, that book seems really interesting. Would you mind sharing a copy with me? Next time a child is being difficult, I could use it to comfort them. We say, feels like you're treating this like a fairy tale. Natasha says, what's wrong with fairy tales? That story contains defiance, courage, and love. Exactly the qualities children should learn. Besides, writing fairy tales is quite challenging. You must believe in the existence of beautiful things to write about them. In my opinion, sometimes adults need fairy tales even more than children's do. You're right. You're right about that. We say, well, since you've said so. Natasha says, thank you. Now, could you sign this for me? And add a little message too. There's a word for this. Yes, book signing. Consider this practice for future book signings. A message. What should I write? Okay, good night, oh. Thank you for dropping by. See you later. Good night. Get some good sleeps. Since children are involved and we want to inspire children as a proper sensei would, we shall leave a positive message. To everyone who dreams of being a hero. Natasha says, well written indeed. This makes me the first owner of your exclusively signed copy. I will pass this book down through generations, 500 years, 1,000 years. As long as children keep growing up, and children's children have children, it will never be forgotten. After all, some things must be remembered, like that Supreme Guardian, like all the acts of defiance that occurred among the stars. Hook says, Dr. Natasha, I brought them. Where's that book? I can't remember all the details in it. Natasha says, well then, shall I tell you the story again?
How many moons does Amphoreus have?
Cute.
Heard there used to be 6. That's more than we've got!
Cute.
Are you hurt? Let me take a look.
Yeah, this is how we save Serene, I guess, by spreading the memory. I hear Fushun was also in that battle. Wolfie. 1010. Yao Guang says, so, Junior Sora, great changes are coming. Why not join the Yuchu as the Master Diviner? That way I could catch a breather too. Fushuan says, General Yao Guang, you must be joking. If I stay on the Luofu, I'm sure to inherit the position of General. If I transfer to the Yuchua, I'd be nothing but a mere Master Diviner for life. How could I not see which paths hold more promise? Yao Guang says, Junior Sora's optimism is truly delightful. Looks like optimistic general— wait, what? Why did it skip? Looks like optimistic general is a Luofu specialty. Your visitor's here, so I should get going. Fushuan says, Trailblazer? What perfect timing. I was just about to visit the Astral Express. What's the matter? You recounted the story behind As I've Written and the current state of the Amphoreus. That's pretty funny. We just immediately flashbanged her with a book. Fushuan says, before obtaining this book, I only knew that golden blood was reaped in this battle, and thus it was deemed a great victory. I did not know that within that golden blood lay such a stirring and tragic story. Shortly after the fall of Iron Tomb, the Alliance gathered all the generals to discuss their next course of action. The records in this book should provide them with additional support. What should we do? He asked. Fushuan says, rest assured, whether through opera, storytelling, or crosstalk, the Luofu never lacks ways to spread the stories that capture people's hearts. Besides, the Alliance have been fighting battles everywhere in recent years, and there's been plenty of tales about their valor and victories. The word hero already carries weight in people's hearts. The faithful adaptation of this as I've written within the Alliance is most definitely assured. But from what you've said, if you want it to be remembered throughout the cosmos, the Luofu alone may not be enough. This matter requires the Skyfaring Commission's assistance. Go talk to Yukong. I will inform her of the full situation. How nice of you. We love you, Fushuan. Yeah, this is how we save Cyrene from the eternal torture.
Can we please keep going like this forever?
From the eternal torture chamber that she's in. What is this? What is that achievement that we just got? Where is it? No idea. Yeah, this is how we save Cyrene from the eternal torture chamber, by spreading the story of Amphoreus across the cosmos, the galaxy, the universe. Yukong says a false sky sealed by a pantheon, an exploration of challenging taboos one after another. Sounds like some kind of fable. I can make you a promise that the Skyfaring Commission will provide its full support for matters relating to As I've Written. From now on, the connections between Xianzhou ships will grow even closer, and I'll have merchant vessels export As I've Written to our allied fleets. With the convenience of the Whistling Flames Guild, this matter should be handled quite smoothly. Though the Luofu emerged victorious in the Battle of Iron Tomb, we did not escape unscathed. Your safe return is truly a blessing. It's all thanks to my companions, we say. Yukong says, back when I was a pilot, I used to go on adventures everywhere with my companions in our star skiff. Even though we always managed to get out of sticky situations, we'd inevitably get a stern talking to when we returned. Those were the reckless days of my youth. If I had to choose again, I'd probably walk the same path, same as your account of the trailblaze in your book. I'd like to ask you a personal question. What do you think about this journey to Amphoreus? An unprecedented memory, an unforgettable journey. Yukong says, and what an unforgettable journey it is. I can tell you'll cherish this memory for a long time. Memory is quite a peculiar thing. Sometimes I even think it's a prank by Fuli. Whether Foxians, the Celestians, why are they auto-advancing this text? Whether Foxians, the Celestials, or the Viriadera, they all possess lifespans far beyond those of short-life species. One of the downsides is that it's not easy to forget. For us, history feels like it's happened yesterday. It is precisely because the memories of war remain vivid that Alliance stays vigilant and ready. The Legion is growing restless, and a fierce battle seems inevitable. We cannot and dare not let our guard down. Yukong says, look at me. What am I saying? Be it the eons or the war, these topics are too grand. We shouldn't let them consume too much of our thought. I should take a picture. I should take a screenshot of this for Jackie, who is a massive Yukong fan. Wait, I wonder if we could see Fugue at the end of this. Yukong says, look at me. What am I saying? Be it the eons or the war, these topics are too grand. We shouldn't let them consume too much of our thoughts. Regarding as I've written, I will do my utmost and won't let these heroic deeds be buried by the stars.
Who do you think is stronger, Lord Finan or General Jing Yuan?
I'll go to
Why don't you go
Penacone.
ask the general?
Oh, be right back real quick. Let me just charge my phone. Ouch.
Scenes of past reverie, drifting by one after another.
Wait a fucking minute. I just realized. Cyrene's Ayuna. Cyrene's Yuno. If we keep her in our memory... Oh my god. Cyrene's Yuno.
This story deserves a perfect ending.
If we spread her story, you know Wuthering Waves. Now this is... Alice is not here anymore, but... This is a revelation. If we spread the story across the universe and as the primary person who holds the memories of Cyrene, we serve as her anchor into reality. That's how we're gonna bring her back, by serving as her anchor. And this is how we save Cyrene. That's crazy.
Can we please keep going like this forever?
Wuwa and Honkai Star Rail literally has the same writers. I already know how they're gonna resolve. I already know how they're gonna get Cyrene out of that torture chamber. Micah says, Mikhail always welcomes visitors. For those who lose their way, he never fails to point them in the right direction. But there's no confusion in your expression. I'm guessing you're not here for answers? I'm here to tell a story, I say. Trailblazer says, that's right. Together with another author, I wrote a book about the Trailblaze journey. This time I'm here to tell that story. I want to share this experience with those who came before. Oh, that's so nice. Micah says, alright. Let's tell them what kind of story this really is. Yeah, so much has happened in Amphoreus. How could I sum it up? How could I sum it all up in just a few words? This story, I'm afraid it's gonna take a while. Let's start with the world of Amphoreus. A world that defies destiny. It was a world born of conspiracy and sin, yet burned away alongside destruction. Before the cold and heavy destiny, it did not fall, but destiny itself did. And now for the meaning of this journey. Met precious kindred spirits. As a member of the Flame Chasers, you've joined the Amphoreus' grand journey. You've encountered heroes, forged bonds, and achieved greatness together. As a traveler, your footprints have already reached far and wide. Such is the way of the Trailblaze. Explore, understand, build, and connect. But there's always the next stop on this journey. When the whistle of departure sounds, the express will leave, carrying all memories with it. But the stars will remember the name of every epic. Looks like this Trailblaze. A story I'll never forget. Trailblazer says, I've made up my mind. Let me start from the beginning. You spent countless moments in this dream within a dream. As the story ended, a certain emotion in your heart grew stronger, like a burning ember. Micah says, news doesn't travel as fast in dreams. Every plot twist in the story caught me completely off guard. Micah says, thanks. I guess that's all that needs to be said. I think Mikhail would be proud of you all. Robin Chuang. Wait, why is she in a hologram? From the GIFs. Robin says the journey against the destruction and the stories behind it should be known by more people. I know a few publishers who can make dream bubbles based on sample books and put them on the market in Penacony. However, as you know, Penacony is a realm wrapped in syrup. I worry that epic tales of heroes might be too heavy for those living in dreams. All we can do is put it on the shelf. Whether it survives the competition, there are too many uncertainties. But I think you should just follow what your heart tells you. People can only tell stories they truly believe in. Once you've made up your mind, go see Dr. Edward. I'll convince Mr. Odie to help you out. See you later. See you tomorrow. In Penacony, dreams must conform to reality, and as I've written is no exception. What will you choose? Lucky for you, this is a dreamscape where furniture can talk. Why not hear what they have to say? Oh, Captain, my Captain. The fuck? It's not very helpful. What I said. You take the furniture's advice to heart, which provides practically zero guidance. Looks like it's up to you to make the final verdict. After all, you're the one who lives through this story. Should I make some changes? No. As you know, nothing is taken seriously in Penacony. Even heroes' tales of blood and tears are just casual gossip over dinner. You remember Clocky, Brother Hanu, Miss Note? They were all living legends once? If as I've written gets passed down... Wait, what? Gets passed down in the same mocking way, is that really what you want? I believe in Amphoreus, we say. Yes, the answer was crystal clear from the start. The story of the three nameless is the best proof of that, isn't it?
Can we please keep going like this forever?
Dr. Edward says love, friendship, rage, regret. Such a tiny dream bubble contains such complex emotions. It's like pouring a whole bottle of vodka into a dolium. Thank you for providing the memories. Here's my verdict. It's bound to be a huge hit. Even if the results aren't what we expected, I can still have the heroes tap dance in the vortex of Genesis. That'll be just as big a success. Haha, just kidding. Rest assured, I am a professional dream bubble collector. I know what can be and can't be successful. And so, As I've Written was published in Penacony. Old OT says, some guessed that the alfalfa Some guessed the alfalfa was behind it, and they weren't wrong. With such a big favor ready for the taking, why not use it? Let the young folks keep stirring things up. Who knows, maybe they will actually change the universe one day.
Glorious.
Oh, now to the space station.
The rumors are already circulating. Let's gather some intel first.
That keeps triggering because I go here. That's Rachel Chow. That's still Rachel Chow's stelle voice. Asta says, right. Let's send the damaged ships to Pier Point and have the IPC foot the bill. What? Hi Asta, I love you. I miss you. Every day. Asta says, oh, if it isn't Stelle. Perfect timing. I've got good news and bad news. What would you like to hear first? Good news, we say. Asta says, remember that star knot I gave you? The good news is that I got one from a space pirate. But his fleet was dispatched to fight against the Iron Tomb, and that star knot was destroyed. I've reposted my purchase order, but it'll be tough to find another seller anytime soon for a ship of that size. Actually, I'm here for Iron Tomb too, we say. You recounted the story behind As I've Written and the current state of the Amphoreus. Asta says, I have to say that this idea is way more interesting than the researchers' projects. It's a shame that you don't need funding. Or I definitely invest a few 100 million credits. Whoa! Sugar mama. Asta says, I took an elective called History of Frontier Planets back in my student days. The professor warned us on the first day not to take everything at face value. Many worlds add exaggerated elements to their local hero legends, claiming their ancestors' bloodlines are inherited from some eon. Eventually having an extraordinary origin story became quite the trend. But isn't that how stories work? When enough people believe in them, they gradually become reality. Oh! Cypher's ability? Is that not Cypher's ability? Asta says, I'll get As I've Written added to the space station's required reading list. The researchers may not be interested in mythology, but once they hear it's Madame Herta's project, they'll get as excited as Peppy seeing a spacesuit. Oh yeah, speaking of which, where's Herta? Asta says Madame Herta has overexerted herself. She still needs some time to recover. Herta says, who said that? What? Herta says a mere Lord Ravager isn't enough to make me overexert myself. I just wasn't online, that's all. The IPC keeps pestering me about forming some alliance. I got tired of their nagging, so I just turned on auto-answering mode. Alright, I've got some more good news. After Iron Tomb fell, the scepter was ruined, but Screwy and I managed to salvage a majority of data. They're crucial for the newborn Amphoreus. Well, let's call it that for now. If things go smoothly, the world's evolution can skip its inorganic life phase and take a big step forward. Besides the last extrapolation record, the one when you acted as the world-bearing titan is crucial. The Trailblaze will replace the destruction. The Trailblaze will replace the destruction and purify this world. Screwy has signed a special agreement with the IPC that will closely monitor the state of Amphoreus for a while. Wait, so what happened to Cyrene? First things first. Herta says, as the heart of the scepter, she too filled the cosmos in the instant when Iron Tomb swept across all of existence. She became the memories of the stars. The surging imaginary energy enabled her to create a miracle. With herself as the cradle, She closed the cycle of causality in Amphoreus, making a world emerge from the memory zone. Oh. Of course, I know you just want to hear the outcome. Let me put it this way, she's just sleeping. Maybe she'll open her eyes again as a pink memo sprite and once again embark on a journey to meet you. But that had already happened in the past. In her subjective time, everything has become eternal. She was smiling when she left you, so don't be sad. She'd tell you the same if she were here. That's so sweet of her to be comforting the Trailblazer. In this situation. Like in Cyrene's last moments before she closed the loop in Amphoreus, she was also Herta was also comforting Cyrene, and now she's comforting the Trailblazer. Herta is a very sweet person, I love her. Very haughty but very sweet person. How long until a new Amphoreus is born, we ask? Herta says I can't make any promises. That planet will gradually become how you remember it to be, but no one can tell when that'd be. It might take a few thousand Amber Eras, or it might only take a year or two. The only thing for certain is that what you are doing will surely hasten its growth. My advice is, continue the journey, be prepared for the worst, but keep hope in your heart. You know that if there's one thing in the world of Amphoreus isn't short of, it's miracles. I love her. I think she might be the best character to come out of Amphoreus. Out of the entirety of the Amphoreus arc. Which is funny, because she's not even one of the Chrysos heirs. Like, even above Finon, I would say. Alright, so what is the prime mover of life, we ask? There is no set answer. Herta says Curie and I have reached the consensus on that. Regrettably, the answer given by the scepter is indeed destruction. You can find a more detailed discussion on the database. Database. Herta says, but that's not Amphoreus' answer. And I don't imagine it's yours either. I have my own insights on this, which I've written in the annotations. If you're interested in this stuff, you can make it your own research topic. Alright, I don't have any other questions. Herta says, then I'll disconnect for now. Got lots of stuff to deal with. Herta, signing off. Asta says, Madame Herta has actually been thinking about Amphoreus all this time. The last time she couldn't stop talking about something was when we contained the Stellaron. Please leave as I've written to us. I'll contact you again when we have news. Hi, Peppy. Wolf, where are you going? Peppy ran away. Why? What do you want? Herta has gone offline for this puppet. No matter how you try to get her attention, there's no response. Oh, okay. What do you want, Peppy?
That's Professor Capote? Are you sure Arlen was here, Peppy? Weird. Why would he visit this Casanova?
Oh, I think I might have triggered.
Probably should have been named Casanova. Well, I've gotten used to saying it anyway.
Whoops, this is different. This is unrelated.
Behold, the winner of the Most Awesome Researcher contest. It's better if I don't show my face. See if you can get some intel out of him.
Completely unrelated, by the way. Okay. Bring this journey to a close. Wait, I still have to go back to ID's Felizier. Whoops. At last, your journey of sowing has reached its end, and you return to the Astral Express. Looking back, the Amphoreus you spoke of has taken root deep across the universe, quietly awaiting the day it will sprout. Perhaps this is the final step of Genesis. Whoa! March says, "What are you spacing out for?" "What, you finished your missions too?" we ask. March 7th says, "Of course, after all, we three trailblazed through Amphoreus together. I ran my heart out for this." Don Hung says, "I received a message from March when I was leaving Thalassa, so I came back with her. She ran into some trouble on Kalsas." March says, "Don't even get me started. I'm already shy as it is, and then the synesthesia beacon had to break down. Thank goodness Don Hung can speak the Clayese language." Don Hung says, "Also, I discovered a new species, resembling chimeras on Spindle 3. There were no prior records of it." Wait, what? Huh? They're also spreading Amphoreus in the entire universe. They're spreading aspects of Amphoreus in the entire universe, not just Amphoreus itself. That's pretty cool. March says, "Does that mean there could be planets completely filled with Dromuses?" Don Hung says, "Let's wait for Himeko and Mr. Yang to come back before we do a full debrief. You should rest for now. You look tired." March says, "Yeah, see you in a bit then." That's pretty nice out for everybody to pitch in and spread the story of Amphoreus. The world has never been so quiet. It is as though you could hear the sounds of heartbeats. This is the final stroke you write for Amphoreus. Only fate knows when it will respond. But you know, whether it's tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, we're all on the path of Trailblaze. Not as parallel lines, but as points destined to converge. Is that?
Stay strong. Eyes forward. Always.
Oh! All in her head.
See you tomorrow, Amphoreus.
See, we're already saving her. That it? Okay, before there should be more, I think. They added a lot of like post game. Let's go to ID Zilazii. Is Cyrene here?
Can we please keep going like this forever?
What the hell? Cyrene says they say kindred spirits even when traveling different separately will eventually arrive at the same destination. Perhaps that's why we reunited here in ID Zilazii. I thought I'd never see you again, you say. Cyrene says, at least for this moment, we meet again, don't we? After defeating Iron Tomb, I walked alone for a long way back on the path I came from. To give this romantic tale a proper beginning and end, I've used up all my ink. Perhaps this is our final meeting. Though the story of Amphoreus has reached its final page for now, your own story still has many chapters ahead. If you ever find yourself stuck on a page, remember to keep looking forward. After all, if someone's waiting for you in the past, then surely someone must be waiting for you in the future too. Just hearing that sounds so romantic. I still want to see you though. That's why I have to roll for her. Cyrene says, what a coincidence. I was thinking the same thing. We shared some peaceful, beautiful moments together at ID's Elysiae then. Back then, I asked you, when you look back on these times, how will you picture me? I want to go back to the past, we say. Cyrene says, I remember every little moment we spent together. What about you? Have you kept me close to your heart? Remember to review as I've written often, and let us keep you company. Cyrene says, next, based on your memories, I will recall those days to ID's Elysiae as the final photograph to accompany you. At that time, the ripples of past reverie will carry stories and meet you once again.
I feel like kinda sleepy. Time for some shut-eye. See you in dreamland.
No! Don't leave me! Big display. Obtain new hijab. What? During your adventures, you can obtain various home decorations. You can place them in your room. Oh. Wait, Mini Cyrene's still here.
Hi! I'm so happy to see you. Are you here to play with me?
Wait. Did anything change in Akuma? I don't know where to look though.
Can we please keep going like this forever?
Is there any like post game in 3.7? Like how it is in Wuthering Waves after you beat like the main story or the character story quests? Like the characters pop up somewhere?
This story deserves a perfect ending. Don't you think?
Or did anything change in here?
Can we please keep going like this forever? Turn over this eternal page.
They're just hanging out here.
Can we please keep going like this forever?
Anything change here?
Turn over this eternal page.
Finance memory. Oh, you can see their memories. Finance dad is here. Anyways, I do have to sleep though, so maybe we should call it here. What time is it? I have to wake up early. Yeah. Let's call it here. Me equals veg. Say goodbye to Cyrene here. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's Bartholos. Never mind. Stole a treasure chest. Anyways, for all the friends that dropped by, thank you very much. GG's. Peace. I don't think Amphoreus is done just yet because Cyrene's still trapped. We still need to get her out of there. Beautiful. Oh, she stays in her idol. She stays in... Oh, never mind. It just lasts for a while. GG's. Peace.